sorry. Would someone like to give us a recap?
Fuck, I forgot I have to do the recap. Okay, wait, let me pull it up. Um, I don't have it pulled up on my laptop. I don't have anything but pulled up on my laptop. Okay. We fall apart at the end, but we start off session with a secret scene between Seal and the Weaver, then follow that up by looting the dead bodies of the Green Hand defectors. We get some weird daggers, swords, and light crossbows. Kinsey gives some swords to their mumsies, and they hesitantly accept them. We begin the multiple days of travel to the Green Hand base along the way, and we attempt multiple times to scry on Olivia. It doesn't work. Xerxes starts working on artificer things to cope. Seal touches West's forehead and miraculously restores his stolen warehouse memories in a flash of purple light due to his weaveling powers. So now West remembers that whole speech, getting flung out by Earside, and also that Gray had in fact seen Aether. Um, Kinsey finally breaks the news to her mumsies that they are all en route to the Green Hand base under active siege. Elise doesn't seem bothered by this. Farley raises some concern, and Kinsey reveals that they were promoted to officer for their birthday, and the rest of the party hears this as well. Kinsey ensures them that she will stay safe while actively copying down a spell called Funeral Pyre. She calls Salazar, and we learn that he's going to Corleone Face soon for political stuff with Sky, so Kinsey is going to try and visit him in Kremlis before he leaves. We eventually make it to Ambervale and pick up some healing potions and get some rooms at the tavern there, and then we continue on to the Green Hand base. Kinsey's mom's wait outside with Dr. Flex while the rest of us charge in and slaughter some goons easy. Seal is hasted by Kinsey and sprints by us all to the next room, Trackstar style, to immediately start beating the shit out of Una Looney or whatever. Um, Deeper in the base, we see Zarhum surrounded by four evil bad guys and lots of fighting between Green Hand guys and Venom Vendetta guys. The rest of the party mostly hangs back. Kinsey's blasting orbs and fireballs. Xerxes doing her whole gun thing, and West is going druid on them. Two big bugs get summoned by two guys around Zarhum, and they attack us. Soleil fillets one. Seal fillets one of them like a fish. Bad for us. They have an ability that makes us use our turn to attack each other. West swings at Kinsey, but thankfully misses, and Xerxes passes her save. Unali is knocked out. So Ursula says to spare the dying on her because Zarhum said not to kill her. Xerxes claws at a bug with the help of Kinsey's mage hand, and West turns into a giant beast to finish the fight off. Eventually, all the rest of the Venom Vendetta begin to retreat upon seeing their leader apprehended, few making it past Beast West, Haste Seal, and Bite Happy Ursats just to exit the cave into the loving embrace of Kinsey's shotgun. We all reconvene and talk with Zarhum. He thanks us for returning enemy and lets us know that it's too dangerous to stay, so they're all packing up to relocate. Kinsey brings Farley and Elise in to meet Zarhum, and much to the surprise of everyone except for Parker, who predicted this a few hours prior during session, Elise not only knows Zarhum, but is apparently his aunt. He is shocked to see her. Elise dotes on him a bit, and they catch up for a while before we finally depart. Um, the party discusses where they want to go next, Kinsey telling everyone that they want to go to Kremlis to see Sally and later search for Valen. Xerxes mentions wanting to go to Zali to check on Olivia and letting slip that she had spoken with Gray a few days before. Kinsey and Seal prod her a bit about it and can tell that she's lying about something, and later on they question her more in regards to that. And Xerxes continues to lie, and now one's lying, so they obviously can tell and that like something is up and that like she can't talk about it. And then during that, Xerxes like mentions being worried about Olivia and thinking that Gray maybe like implied threatening her or something like that. So Kinsey drafts a sending message to her. Um, Xerxes mentions that Olivia wouldn't recognize her by her name. And Olivia does message us back, thankfully. And then in a second sending message, Kinsey calls Gray a weasel, and we sort out possibly being able to talk to Olivia later. After that, Kinsey talks to Sally again, I don't remember the conversation because I'm going off of memory right now, the very end of session. And then session ends off with Xerxes mirroring Baxter's chain, which fucking sucks. Yeah, Celsior said I will sleep a lot. That's the one thing from that conversation I remember. Um, anything else important that I missed? Any hollow wallers? No.
You're lame for that. I think that was it. Woo! You get your wonderful D8 inspiration die.
Yeah, I've been putting it to good use recently, haven't I?
You have been. um, hey guys, you all fell asleep in a tavern in Aberville to come on in. And all wake up at whatever time you feel most fit. Most of you waking up at dawn as Dr. Flex. Oh, actually, Dr. Flex might not be in the room anymore. I'm realizing he wouldn't fit. Kinsey,
Hi.
where's Dr. Flex?
He's probably in the pendant if he didn't fit in the room.
Yeah, because they probably wouldn't let him inside taverns anymore.
What? Kinsey was so pissed off the first time that happened. Like, she tried to walk in, and then Dr. Flex, like, starts trying to squeeze through the door, and they're like, ma'am? You can't have that in here.
It's my pet.
My son.
My son. Fuck.
Wow.
I'm lame. I'm lame and bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, he's independent. I guess Kinsey, you can sleep in if you'd like, but I know your internal clock might be set.
I don't think she's gonna sleep in.
Okay.
That much, at least. I mean, we did stay up till, like, what, 2 a.m. or something like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, you did.
So she might stay up a little bit past dawn, but or sleep a little past dawn. I mean,
yeah. In the end, you all get adequate sleep. Oh, my left ear just started ringing. Oh no, sorry. Okay. In the end, you all get adequate sleep. I felt like all the sound leave my left ear, and I was like, "Wait, what's happening? What's happening?" And then the ringing started. I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." For the most part, you all get adequate rest. Maybe Xerxes has some trouble after the fucking terrible mirror scene she had witnessed. But yeah, at the start of each of your mornings, what's the plan? What is everyone doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Yes.
breakfast.
Fish breakfast. Kinsey, you need to buy some new fish.
She has some.
Okay.
They bought some in Auberville, remember,
Mhm.
before they went to the Great Hand Base?
yeah.
She's got plenty. Anyone interesting in the tavern this time of morning?
In the
Make an
tavern,
interesting person check.
Roll a perception check.
Of course I will.
Gray check.
11.
11.
They don't have to be that cool.
Yeah, no, I know. Just want
There's
them to be,
still
like, adequately
no there are no like Victor posters in here, are there? There wasn't before because of how new it is, but
Not. I don't think in this tavern. I don't think there would be Victor posters in this tavern.
Okay.
At least not in Auberville.
Yeah.
Interesting people. Just adequately interesting. Let's say you see like a this like disgruntled like businessman, where
Yeah.
this like nice suit and tie who seems like almost like upset at the conditions of the come on in, like he had to stay here for a night when he really didn't want to, and he's complaining to the bartender.
How white is he?
Quite.
Xerxes is dead.
Quite.
Do they seem like, are these valid complaints, or is he like, you know, really nitpicking here?
The blankets were too scratchy.
Your beds aren't even made of artificial goats.
Huh? What does that even mean?
wrong with your terrible fucking establishment?
Whoa.
What's his pocket situation like?
In what way? What do you mean?
Like, what does he have like fun? He's a businessman. You know, he's got.
Yeah,
Does he have
Does
a
he have like a
breakfast?
fun?
definitely has shirt
What-
pockets.
Okay.
Regular like slacks, so pockets in the front, pockets in the back.
Hmm.
What do you
Nothing
say?
super crazy though.
There's
Oh.
ample fish real estate in these pockets.
I would say that exact phrase. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I shoot for like the the back pocket maybe on his slacks?
Yeah.
So
for
that way
sure.
he's like trying to reach for his wallet, pulls out a fish and he's like, "What?"
Do we want to create a distraction?
I
Not
think
even on
Kinsey already
purpose?
gets advantage because she is using an invisible.
Yeah. That is true.
Ah, okay.
We can't get double advantage.
Mhm.
And also she's not telling anyone that she's doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, it'd be funny if West went up to order like breakfast, and the businessman was like, "What the fuck?" Anyways,
Shall I roll my sleight of hand?
Roll your sleight of hand.
forgot that Kinsey got Proficiency.
24.
You with ease pick up. What type of fish is this? Is this
The sardines, her go-to.
awesome? Good. Yeah. You take one of your small sardines and very very slyly move the hand across the room towards the businessman's pocket. In which you very quickly slip one of the fish in.
Can she put more than one in the one pocket because they're sardines? Handful of sardines.
You can do whatever she'd like.
The more Karen you are, the more fish go in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
How many pockets can you fill in a single evening?
Oops. Sorry, did you hear that?
Yeah. Very easily you put a fish in his pocket.
B.
And probably immediately, like a couple minutes after, he's pulling out his wallet to pay for his inn, which he has complained about so much.
Mhm.
You see him like put his hand to the back of his slacks, like, what the fuck? What's this? He pulls out from his pocket the fish. He throws it out. What is wrong with you people? And some of the patrons are laughing at the man who just pulled a fish out of his pocket. I'm leaving. And he runs out the door.
Did he pay?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Did he drop his wallet?
Uh,
Pay for. Wasn't he complaining about like the room?
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, he would have already paid, right? If he'd stayed there.
Also true. Then yeah, he did pay.
Maybe he was gonna pay for a second night out of necessity, and he's like, "No, fuck it, I'm gonna go find another tavern."
Little does he know. Yeah, I'll say he was with to pay for another day out of necessity. It's fine. It doesn't. It's all context. And that is the story of Edvarison, the businessman.
What?
Xerxes is
Wow.
dead.
It's Victor's dad if he was a businessman. He's not. He's as flamboyant as they come. Oh my god.
Businessmen can't be flamboyant.
Yeah, businessmen aren't flamboyant.
Yes,
to
they
you.
sure can. Have you seen Victor? But I mean, he would never wear a suit.
Sure, you could. He could if you like cut the chest out.
That's true. It would have to it would be a suit. It would have to have a boob window and be like sleeveless and be a crop top
Is it a suit anymore?
and short shorts.
The boobless crop top. Anyway.
Kinsey, successfully you have kicked this weirdo out of the
Mhm.
sorry,
No,
out of
you're
the
right.
tavern.
am a
I'm
hero.
not in it yet. I'm not in it yet.
I'm kind of a hero.
This compatriot.
How are my mumsies?
Do you check up on them? They haven't really left the room. Not early in the morning, at least.
Mhm.
You could knock on the door and see what's going
Yeah,
on.
Kinsey will go check.
Yeah, for sure. You knock and you hear, "Oh, come on in."
She pokes her head in.
Yeah, you just see them laying down on the kind of small bed together.
Mm-hmm.
And Farley looks over. Kinsey, is everything all right?
Yes, I'm fine. We're just having breakfast downstairs. Just wondering if you wanted any.
Yes, we'll be down in just a moment. Thank you. And you see Elise start to shuffle out of the bed first and just kind of get ready with the bare necessities for the day.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, eventually you see them both get out of bed, and they will come down and eat breakfast with you. They'll probably pay out of pocket as well.
Yippee. Thank you, Mumsies.
Free breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yeah, what's everyone else up to this wonderful morning? Feels, Lucy's West.
Fish breakfast.
West, you are eating breakfast. Breakfast is great today.
Yay.
You know, a lot of these like smaller establishments within Auberville are just, they're nice. They're not, you know, especially since they're kind of like necessities around here because there's not a lot of restaurants or anything of that sort. It's nice. It's very homey inside.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do we know
Uh,
the innkeeper's name?
Would you like to ask? I don't think he ever introduced himself. Oh, he might have actually. Wait. Let me pull
Maybe
it up.
last time? I don't remember it.
Let me look at this guy's stuff. One of those names that I never really had to use. It's Owen Gal.
Owen.
Yeah. He's like this really like young man with this kind of bright orange hair.
Ginger.
Ginger.
You said gender.
Gender. That too.
This guy's pretty gender.
I was gonna say Owen, ginger hair. Yeah, that's pretty gender. Transgender.
Wow.
The name's gender. Transgender. Sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah. What is Xerxes? Yeah.
Xerxes probably is sleeping in a bit.
Mm.
But she would like eventually wake up, and I don't think she very much feels like talking to anyone immediately, so she would just probably get to work on whatever, like the craftsman stuff she needs to finishing that item.
Yeah. Ursos will probably kind of try to bother you a bit.
What is he doing while Xerxes is working on this?
Like he's like jumping in your lap and like trying to be like really clingy and bothersome.
Ursons, I'm trying to balance this. You're shaking the whole table.
He rolls around your lap.
Ursons!
How long is Xerxes up there?
I imagine it would be like at least an hour to get like some progress done.
Kinsey knows what Xerxes like generally gets for breakfast, right?
I would say so. You.
I mean, she's one. Yeah, they've dined together before. Kinsey probably orders something like that, and she's gonna bring it up to Xerxes' room.
Oh.
Parker, you can't send this yoinky spoinky emoji.
And Xerxes, you get like a knock on your door.
I think Kinsey knocks on the door and can hear Xerxes like yelling at her. So it's a little bit.
Screwdriver or fucking drill noises. Stop it.
Ursula, give it back.
You're like shuffling around the entire room as it starts to fly around.
Uh, one moment. She like goes over to the door and opens it. But oh, hello, Kenzie.
I don't want to interrupt what you're doing, but I got your list.
Oh,
Can I come in?
of course you can come in. And she like opens the door a bit wider. I'm trying to open the door. Move.
He kind of shovels out of the way. Still, like this massive screwdriver in his hand.
She's going to
That's
trip
now
over you. Gods.
he seems satisfied. Yeah.
Watch,
Kids, you
he's
can
going
make your
to
way in.
behave himself now that someone else is here to see him.
Is he?
He hops right under Zeus's shoulder.
Hmm.
Well, thank you, Kinsey, for the breakfast. It was very thoughtful of you.
Of course, I. Um. So I have a tummy issue, and it makes it hard to talk.
Oh,
I eated too much food.
don't worry, you're brave. I believe in you.
I know it's easy to get caught up in work and kind of forget to eat. So is everything all right, Sissies? You seemed kind of like freaked out last night when Sil and I tried to talk to you.
Last night when... Oh. Yes, it's fine. I'm alright. Just... bit frazzled, from combat. That's all.
Right, and Gray trying to talk to you.
That as well, yes. It's a bit stressful. I would prefer to be left alone, my friends especially. Just... I haven't seen Olivia in quite a number of years, and I would hate if she's in some kind of a situation because of what I've got going on over here.
Did he say something in particular to you?
Not really, and perhaps it is just my overactive imagination, my own paranoia, expecting the worst. It was just a particularly strange comment to make at the tail end of our conversation. I cannot imagine why he would speak with her for any reason.
What was he saying before all of that?
You see, she pauses a bit to think about it, kind of lost in thought. It was... what was it? Yes, I had asked him something in regards to him acting as though he didn't know me, or not acting as though he didn't know me, but I don't know, since I was traveling with everyone and we've been encountering him, he hadn't exactly made the moves to make it obvious that we had known each other in the past, and I had completely it had slipped my mind. And I had questioned why he was acting in such a way. And yes, that is what he mentioned, Olivia, at the very end of that conversation. Well, he mentioned someone. I imagined it was her. I suppose it could have been Leon, but I don't know. But he did mention her by name at the very end.
Why does he come up to you in the first place?
I don't know. I imagine he knew my being there at the Planewalker wasn't just to enjoy the atmosphere, the music, the bard, and I was there for the sake of speaking with Leon, who he is involved with.
Is he still operating out of the Planewalker? Because Droma asked them about it, and bartender told him, I thought, that he had been burned and to move.
I don't know, Kinsey. I don't know what
Can I
is going
insight
on
check
there.
that?
Of course you can.
Uh-oh.
Woo! Uh-oh.
Can a girl nat 20?
Always a possibility.
Deception is all the way up here, under athletics and above history. Darn.
Oh, that was a good roll too.
That was a good roll.
Yeah, what does Kinsey see?
Pretty much the same thing as last night, except she seems a lot more like calm about it now. But you do notice that she takes on that like same tone of voice as she
Mhm.
did of like, I don't know what's going on, Kinsey. I don't know. Not as animated. She's more like she's saying is like kind of more emotionless, like very stilted is the way she's
Mhm.
saying it. But I like to make fun of her.
Let me hold on. Let me read an item really quick.
Oh?
Wait.
I'm about to pull out a gun on Xerxes. No, hold on.
Arthur jumps up, eats the bullet.
I
Yeah,
pull
that's a
out
nat
my
20, nat 20.
shotgun. I use the thunder cannon.
Sorry. When you said I pull out my shotgun, I actually thought you were being serious that time.
No. Sorry.
I open it up. There's a little rolled up piece of paper inside. I take it out. I give it to Xerxes. It says gay sex, gay sex, gay sex. Do you know anything about this, Xerxes?
It's a secret code.
Hold on. I need to check the cells. Your
You
dog.
have to have gay sex 3 times, and then the answer is revealed to you.
What are you doing?
What is going on in there?
Okay, Kinsey pulls out the spell shard. She's gonna write something in it, and then she's gonna pass it to Xerxes and tell her that the passphrase is Tavire. And does Xerxes open it?
Yeah.
Why are you lying to me?
I think she would what would she respond to this? I think she would respond and like pass the stone back, obviously, so Kinsey can read it. Like, I don't know what happens if I tell the truth.
I'm nodding my head.
The music going silent there for the
That was
most
so much.
the
Good
most
timing, but- oh,
silent
fuck.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm trying to find another song.
Put on battle music.
But on game music.
Let's
I don't know
put
what that was.
on. You know what? I actually found this recently, and I think this is chill and good for this. So one
Fluffing a duck starts playing.
sec.
Elder's here? Where is he?
Where is he? He's in the spell shard.
No.
Um,
What am I doing here?
Here, wait, guys. Here, I have a song. I have the perfect song.
Don't you dare play a fucking thing of this bot.
What? What are you talking about? What would I do?
Play Germa singing
Oh, something
stream.
Not that it's important, but when Xerxes
Why is it
uses-
not playing?
You're forbidden. When Xerxes uses the spell shard, does she feel like cold, like usual with magic stuff?
Yeah, I imagine you would. Yeah.
One day the answer is gonna be no, and I don't know if that would be a good thing or a bad thing.
No, why would it be a good thing? What?
The answer to something is gonna be no, or the answer to something is gonna be yes, and it's gonna be good or it's gonna be bad.
That's how
that's what D&D is.
questions
Mhm.
work.
Something in the world might happen.
Somewhere. Someday.
Calypso lecturing the rest of the party. Somewhere. Someday.
Someday.
Something just might happen in the world. Yeah, but
Kinsey's gonna write down and pass it back. Do you need me to not tell anyone else?
Xerxes would write down the issue isn't you telling anyone else. Um
Okay, so I know what happened. I'm just trying to think separately from that what
Mhm.
Kinsey's guesses would be. She passes it back and it says, did your friend tell you something he wasn't supposed to?
Did your friend tell you something he wasn't supposed to? Is that what you said?
Yeah, referring to Baxter.
Oh.
Like assuming that
Yeah.
Baxter might have said something and then Greg came after.
Well, this was
The day before she
This was
said, but I
before.
guess it's still a question worth asking.
Yeah.
Um,
She also has no idea if Circe's
yeah,
even lied
yeah.
about that at the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
'Cause she
It's
did.
still a good still a question worth asking. I mean, I don't. Baxter did not tell Xerxes not to talk about any of that shit to anyone that he was talking about.
Yeah, he didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Baxter did not say anything about that.
so Xerxes would like just say no in response to that. Not him.
Not him? Is that what she says or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering, because I had said that Xerxes went. That is crazy. And he. Baxter's first message in the server vent chat ever before it goes. but but I'm wondering, because I had specified when Xerxes was like walking around down that she had brought like ersatz with her. If he would have heard what was going on, and if he can abide, he didn't agree to anything, he's just a little robot.
Mm.
And if he can like write down what was happening.
Want to give it a shot?
Yeah, sure. I think I don't like that. I don't think Xerxes is gonna tell ersatz anything.
Mhm.
I think she's just going to like sigh a bit and kind of move some of the stuff on her desk out of the way, like whatever she was working on, and instead like grab one of the many empty books she's acquired other than her like regular ass journals, and just like have a pencil laying on it and sit like ersatz down on the desk so he can do whatever he wants, but she's not going to command him to do anything. I can't imagine that is any more incriminating than whatever else she's been trying to do to get around it thus far.
So you don't tell ersatz to do it.
No. I am hoping that ersatz, as an
We'll pick up
intelligent
on the
creature,
vibe.
Can pick up on the vibe.
will hear this conversation happening and think to himself, "Oh, I was there."
Ersatz is not vibeless. I think he can do it.
Can
I
I?
really.
Why not?
Ersatz starts writing. Kinsey and Xerxes are passing the
Mhm.
little thing back and forth. And then, like, someone taps on a wine glass from the corner of the room, and we look over, and Gray is
I want that dragon obliterated.
Can you roll me just a straight d20?
Can I?
It's scary. It's scary.
Can
it's
I-
scary.
I was gonna roll it, but I think this
Uh-huh.
is way better.
Can I? Would it be stupid to add guidance since he's my little boy who I've been raising since he was a baby crystal?
I'm. This is not a roll. I'm gonna say no. I feel
You
like
could
it's
add your
weird
inspiration
to-
if you roll
Yeah,
too
is
low.
this
right?
something
Okay.
inspiration would
You
be
could
good
use
for?
inspiration on it.
Okay. Oh,
that,
never
like-
mind. I don't need to. I do not need to.
Wait.
Hello?
oh,
Hello?
Oh,
Hello? Hello?
hello.
Yeah!
Here, wait. Can
Uh,
I? No,
yeah.
I don't know where my phone is. I want to one day record how slowly the dice goes across my screen. Literally, like 3 frames per second of it slowly skittering about, and I'm like, yeah, that's an 8. And then I like tab out when I come back, and it's
um. So I'm gonna say that it happens like this.
Mhm.
Ersatz kind of hops off your shoulder to like the open journal and grabs like the pencil or the pen and will like look at the paper and like be listening to the conversation and start to draw like a little picture. It starts to, if you watch Urson's like start like drawing like a cat and then kind of like pulls his head back to normal and like visibly thinks about something and looks back and starts like quickly like jotting down words.
I like to imagine that the cat takes up like a fourth of the page of this part and he has to
Yeah.
squeeze it around the cat.
Does it look enough like well, wait, hold on. What?
What?
What's the cat for?
It's because he didn't realize what he was supposed to do.
It's because he has an intelligence of like 10.
He was like, oh, cat.
He's letting me have art time.
What the fuck would Ursons write down? What the fuck would he write down? Because Ursons was there for the entire time, right? Like, was he there through the entire hideout?
I mean, I can't imagine when he wouldn't be with her.
I'm just gonna do this from the brain because I feel like that's how it would be from Ursons.
Hmm.
Okay.
And just say it's stream of consciousness. It's Ursats.
Yeah, so true.
He's writing as he goes.
Secret hideout. Books pulled. Big shelf. Went stairs down. Downstairs. Lights. Okay. Sorry. Alright. Walking. Long time. Walking for a really long time. Food?
He tries to spell Gray Silverspine, but he puts Gay Silverspine.
It's gray and then a sad face. Actually, it's gray, sad face. Hate that guy.
Whoa, those are some strong
kill,
words,
kill,
buddy.
kill. I killed that guy for you.
Walk more. Got a mask? uh, walk some more. Go to door. Heavy. Heavy door. Walk away. And then kind of pauses for a second, picks the pencil up, and then goes back down and goes, out, secret hideout, gray again, question mark? Can't talk or die maybe. And then he puts the writing pencil down.
Because of the implication.
Zeus like is making a point to not look at him while he's doing this, and like to just not know whatever he's doing back there. And I'm just imagining the framing from Kinsey's perspective of Zeus standing like right in front of her, and then off in the distance, right like kind of to the left of the frame, Ursat's writing all this down while Zeus is standing there in whatever gay ass formal pose she's like just staring Kinsey down.
Ursat looks up at you, Kinsey. And does that.
Does he rip
I
it
think
out?
I think he drew a picture. I'm gonna go look at it.
Oh, he's not supposed to do that. He's not allowed to touch any of my pens or pencils unless I give him permission to do so.
He looks kind of sad. He ducks his head a little. Yeah, can you read all that?
Well, it's a really pretty picture, so I think you should let it slide this time. Kinsey is sitting there. She's saying that with this expression on her.
You want to accidentally spill some ink on that one?
Kinsey finishes reading it. eh, hmm. She's gonna start trying to walk back to Xerxes, and she like so intentionally stubs her foot on the desk, and incinerates the paper in her hands. And goes, "Whoops!"
What just happened?
Stubbed my toe on accident. Sometimes, sorry, it's
Arsons,
just
I
like a.
told you not to trip her, literally. That is the first thing I told you when she's...
Just like tucking his tail between his legs.
Come here. She like holds her arms out for him and picks him up.
Oh, he jumps. Very, still very clingy.
What did you want to talk about, Kinsey?
I just wanted to bring you breakfast, really, and I suppose if you don't know, it can't be helped.
Thank you so much for the breakfast, Kinsey. I'll just be here working on my kind of gestures towards everything. Whatever this is going to end up being. If it works.
Right. I will probably be heading out soon. Hopefully, I'll have to pull Sky and ask if he can pick us up.
I mean, he did so the first time. What could be such a problem of doing it now again, in less dire circumstances?
He nods.
Well, I'll be here.
Kinsey will leave the room.
Kinsey, first reaction to all of that. What's going through your head?
What the fuck? I think. Okay, what was? Got a mask. She won't interrogate Xerxes about that. That's you know.
Imagining
Sometimes-
being Ursa and you're in the bag and a mask gets dropped on top of you later in the
Mhm.
day. And she's leaving.
She's definitely got questions, like how did Xerxes get down there without being recognized? But also, it doesn't seem like she could really ask those. So, she does not want to get Xerxes killed.
Or die, maybe?
She could always snoop through Xerxes' stuff.
She sure could. But Xerxes is in there.
I don't know, maybe she'll have another smoke break.
Mhm.
Okay. Seal, what are you up to this morning?
Can I read through the book on the Feywild again from Baxter?
Sure, yeah, of course. Uh-oh. Sure. Sure, yeah, you can do this. It's the same thing as you saw before. Just the same
I'm reading
pictures
a
in
bit
the-
more
yeah.
intently.
I'll send you a message in a second. Yeah, it's really the same. You kind of look for different things this time as you flip through the pages. And it does kind of make sense.
Mhm.
I'll message you in a second. This is good. This is good. This is good. Well, I messaged Salem. Do something. One second.
Sage is going to the bathroom as we speak.
Whichever another is Xerxes monologue to Ursat's.
Another one. Oh boy. I think Xerxes is just working on this stuff again, but kind of like too stressed to focus on it too intently. Oh, she did over the time skip. I did not know that. Josh, did you also send Kinsey a message then about whatever you're about to send Seal? Because Kinsey read the book over the time skip.
It's a
Different?
specific question.
Okay. Oh, okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Xerxes keeps stopping her workflow every once in a while just to like pet Ursat's scratch under his chin.
I'm also gonna go to the bathroom too, actually.
Is Salem here?
I'm texting with them right now.
Oh.
Oh, I got another message. Meow.
We're gonna go to Corleone and it's gonna be like, yeah, they've got trains, but also their mages have figured out how to send advertisements directly to your spellbook.
You try to open your
Virus.
spell book, and you get like an advertisement for Indrid's magical ink. You know?
Mm-hmm. I've downloaded spellware.
I'm back. Hi.
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 Hello. Alright. Hey guys. I mean, hey guys.
Who was that?
That was a
Elise.
good.
That was Josh. That was Josh.
That was my Josh.
Josh from
Um,
Australia.
That was not Australian.
The accent
I
one more
wasn't,
time,
I
Parker.
wasn't trying. Hey, I never said I was trying to do an Australian accent.
No, with Josh.
Josh. Gorsh. Hey
The
guys,
Disney curse.
what's what's everyone doing? You guys have all gotten up. Oh wait, actually, Seal, you have read through a book. Would you like to work off of that?
I'm gonna think for a bit.
Okay. In the meantime, what's everyone else up to? Your breakfast with Kinsey's moms.
Mhm.
hmm
Mums.
Dr. Flex sees the old sardine on the floor and runs over and gets it.
He is not allowed in there.
No. We let the horse-sized bird out into the inn.
No, we don't.
No.
Aw.
Kinsey, I guess, is gonna kind of wait for Xerxes, or I guess someone else to speak to her. Either Xerxes to come down or someone else to, do
Mhm.
something. But she's gonna stare a hole in the dining table, thinking really, really hard.
And Garu's Geep, like, is something going on?
Kinsey does this.
Ursa
Gives
says
it the
maybe
same
die.
look back.
echoing in her head.
What did Seal say?
Make just the same face back. We need a flipped version of this emoji.
We do. I could make it
Here, let me
literally
make it
right
for
now.
you.
One sec.
I
you got
I
it?
need a
Okay.
version of this emoji that I have access to. I don't even have this.
Oh, I don't. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
wait. I have a slightly similar version
Mhm.
that's also not from the server that he was in.
Here, let me. 1 second.
This one being pale.
Detour.
Side
This one's
quest.
shittier quality.
Here, I
Unsupported file form.
can make the emoji thing happen while you guys have your little conversation.
Okay.
That emoji is a WebP fucking.
Yeah, and it's fine.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
have my
give me 1
ways.
second. I need to kick Kinsey out of my room.
Oh.
Things Salzier would never say.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Hello.
So Kinsey and Seal are looking at each other.
Is there an understanding of, like, should we talk about this later?
Probably something adjacent to that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Farley gets the same look.
Yep.
I'm not entirely sure what this means, Kinsey. All right. Realizing that Kinsey's not gonna say anything, and she's like,
Mhm.
it's like,
Alright.
oh. She'll like look over to Elise. Elise shrugs. All right. What is the next big thing someone would like to do?
I think Xerxes is like eating her breakfast upstairs and gives Ursa a little piece of scrap metal to chew on so he doesn't try and get the real food from her because he cannot be eating that. And after she's done upstairs, she does like finally make her way down and doesn't really say much, but she's there.
So she just comes down the red carpet stairs.
Does she have her stuff with her?
No. If Ursas would have wanted to hop on her before she went down, if he would have done that, then he would be with her, but okay, then
Yeah.
he's there.
Thinking.
Ruffle through stuff. Ruffle through stuff.
Because I don't think Kinsey wants to do it unless she thinks Xerxes, like, understands. If there's, like, some kind of understanding between them, you know, of, like, because I don't think Kinsey wants to just, like, rifle through her stuff. Especially when Xerxes is already, like, risking, you know?
Xerxes, did you remember to lock your door? Let me go do that for you. I'm so silly, I'm so forgetful.
Kinsey looks at Xerxes. You remember to lock your door, right?
Truthfully, I cannot recall if I did.
Can I insight check on Xerxes and see if she understands?
Sure. Yeah, this would be persuasion, I guess, from Xerxes, but I think it comes across.
Persuasion from Xerxes. Does Xerxes have a natural persuasion? A passive persuasion?
No. What does Kinsey see?
Kinsey sees that like Xerxes was asked the question, and for like a few seconds you do see her like really think about it. Like, did I lock my door? Or being like, oh.
She gets it?
Yeah, she gets it.
Mhm.
I don't believe so. I mean, I would hope so.
I'll just go check for you really quick. She's gonna run off the stairs.
Can I follow her?
Sure, yeah. There's a second pair of little feet coming up behind you.
What are you doing? I'm picturing
what
her
was-
like up in the hallway, like going up the
Uh-huh.
stairs.
Because Xerxes said, yeah, okay, it was like, why are you lying to me? I'm afraid of what happens if I tell the truth. And then there was like a little bit of
She
stuff
said like
after
there
that. but
wasn't
that's
an
the
issue with Kinsey telling
Yeah.
people.
So Kinsey's gonna tell Seal the passphrase as well, which is Tavire. And then just hand him the spell shard.
So I see what the stuff in the spell shard was what? Like, why are you lying? I'm afraid of what happens if I tell the truth. Is there like, can I tell something to the effect of, "Can I tell other people that's not where the issue is?" What else was said in there? There was like one
Um,
more thing, right?
Was that not it?
I think that was it, right?
Okay.
We're gonna feel really stupid if we listen back later and something else was said, but
It can't be that important.
Nothing.
yeah.
How does this item work again?
It literally just works like if a spell book could be put into a crystal and then you can read and write in it with your head.
Okay.
Feels kind of dizzy, I imagine.
Uh-huh.
It's a little weird.
Okay. I guess writing in there. So what are you doing now?
Checking to see if her door is locked.
Checking to see-
When did?
It's gonna be really funny if Xerxes' door is locked, because I imagine it is.
Would she have locked it?
She might not have, because it's not like they were gonna go anywhere today. I think she would have like
I
just
think-
went down.
I do have a way around this, is the
Mhm.
thing, so I think you should lock it.
Yeah, okay, it's locked. She's just paranoid and locked it.
She did leave her stuff in there too, so.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Great dog.
What does she write in the spell shard? Sorry, I'm just trying to think of like
Yeah.
ways to phrase
And
what
also,
she's
like,
doing. I'm
when
not.
did you talk to Xerxes? I imagine it's like, is it handwriting? I'm imagining it's handwriting.
Yeah,
Yes,
Basically.
It's Xerxes handwriting.
you'd be able to, I imagine, because you've received letters from Xerxes.
Yeah. And never read any of her belongings.
Forgot about that.
The most annoying handwriting in the world.
Mhm.
Russian cursive.
Oh wait, it's in cursive now. Wait, in the spell shard, it's in cursive, isn't it?
It
She
would
have
be
written
funny.
It would be
Sure.
funny. Steele takes like 15 minutes to read, these like few sentences exchanged.
Sally's boneyard.
Sally's the boneyard. Kinsey, I think, writes back. I'm trying to figure out what happened, or no, because she was told what happened. Pretty much in full.
I want to know why she's so weird.
I want to know why she's so weird.
Is that what she writes?
No, hold on, give me a second. I'm thinking.
Train of thought, I like your ersatz.
Mhm.
Tell die, maybe?
I think Kinsey has a higher intelligence than Ursat's.
Is that true?
No.
Say it.
Okay, because Kinsey is checking Zeus's bag right now. One, for the mask, and I think partially wants to see if there's like something in her bag that's like Are we about to do Arcana checks? I think she just writes back like, I need to see something.
Um, he writes like, I don't think she would like that.
Kinsey puts she would just period.
She would. Um,
She loves this.
she loves this. Kinsey writes back, I asked her.
She said yes.
She said something.
She said her door was unlocked.
I was gonna leave it at that. I mean, he's still staying up here, but
I try the door.
It's locked.
Kinsey drops to the ground and looks through the crack under the door.
you said it was unlocked.
Oh,
yeah, you
wait.
can see the crack under the door.
She forgot.
Yeah. Can she see through the crack under the door?
Yes, you can.
She misty steps.
Woo, that's what I was hoping.
Kinsey poops into nothing.
No, Kinsey melts into a pile of soot on the floor.
Oh, God.
I imagine the hat falls on the ground for a bit, and then it also turns to soot and follows her.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's
Delete
attached.
effect.
It's a part. You know, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
it's a vital organ for a wizard.
This like soot that like kind of crawls across the floor for a second. As it
Mhm.
makes its way to the other side, and Kinsey you reappear.
Uh-huh. Well, I go to Xerxes' bag.
Does Kinsey like open the door?
I think she forgot about that part, to be honest. If Seal wants to knock, he can, and Kinsey will probably remember. But
Yeah, like I'll knock after like
Are you okay in there?
like 20 seconds.
Chernobyl
Kinsey
get
will
you?
open the door and let Seal in, and then relock the door behind him.
All right. So you're snooping through Xerxes' bag. Xerxes, how are things ordered in your bag?
Oh, God knows. There's definitely a lot of like smaller pockets that I can't imagine Kinsey would go through because it's like there's not gonna be a book in there, and also you've seen Xerxes throw chemicals together before that would then like smoke and explode or something. So it's like maybe
Mhm.
I shouldn't figure out what's going on in that, right?
Yeah.
But I would say in the main bag, you would see at the very top would be like her journals and stuff like that because it's what she is like using the most. There would be like you Sage would know this to be like the mirror wrapped in cloth, but there's something wrapped in cloth in there, and you would also like on a first glance see like I guess the mask. Like these are just the biggest things sitting in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, just the mask like tucked, either between or like maybe even on top of like the cloth thing, just for it not to get. I don't know what it's made of or if it's fragile, but
There you go.
It's It's made of plastic from the old
Definitely-
dwarven
definitely
plastic mines.
Not made of
But-
plastic.
What?
her combat stuff probably wouldn't be in here. She would probably have that like somewhere
Mhm.
else.
um,
In her smaller bags and whatever.
do you
So
recognize
the mask.
you recognize this mask?
Uh-huh.
The ones they were giving outside the
Mhm.
warehouse.
Mhm.
You see a little button that traces across its side.
Mhm. Holy
A
shit.
button?
2 minutes. My dad brought Dairy Queen. I need to go grab that.
This is so important. I mean
This is
that
so-
genuinely.
Uh-huh.
This is good, guys. This is good.
Zerzan time.
This is. Wham. Know what I mean?
No, not even
Fuck.
slightly. I need to stop cracking my knuckles because it gets picked up so loudly in OBS. Like,
Yeah,
had-
girl, we hear it.
I know.
It's okay.
Imagine, and I like have it muted most of the time whenever I do stuff like that, and I like hold my hands far away and do like Salem has heard me like do a full crack all my knuckles all at once before because I'll forget and it sounds it sounds like breaking bones.
I heard you cracking each and every single one of them before you were like, "Oh, I need to stop cracking my knuckles because of OBS." Just now, we hear it every time.
That's good. I'm glad.
It doesn't like bother me, but I want you to know.
Mhm. I hope you know that my wrist and my ankles and my foot make those noises as well every single time I move them, even if
Mhm.
they're not like being cracked or whatever. And
I
I
feel
don't
like-
think that gets picked up, but
I feel like I've never been able to like really crack my knuckles, and like I don't know, like
well, good
it
for
doesn't
you.
feel like I'm doing it right.
Good for you because there's something fundamentally wrong with me that allows me
Yeah,
to not only to
Whoa.
do this, but to need to do this as often
It-
as I do.
and also
Hello?
unrelated.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, Dairy Queen.
Oh,
You know, real
It's-
quick, this delectable sweet treat is reminding me. One of the donuts I had this morning, right? Because I ate something like 3 of them.
Of course.
One of them tasted just like a little bit like car exhaust.
oh.
Classic exhaust donut.
Anyway,
Classic exhaust.
I
pipe
ordered that one
donut.
from Duncan.
so the mask has a button,
Kinsey
little
like
button on the
pulled the
side.
mask out.
probably.
Whoa. Is Kinsey like saying anything?
No. She's thinking too hard. Mush munchin.
Of course, but who cares?
It's so good. We're not
Can
looking
I-
at you.
Can I go and can I go look in the back also while Kinsey's there? Just I know it's just grab a like seal and see if there's like anything like new, I guess.
Yeah, there really wouldn't be anything
Yeah.
new past that, would there?
Not really, no. I mean, like, the only thing I forgot to mention from last time is the more romantic letters between Leon and which would have been there the whole time, but
Uh-huh.
hmm
I guess
I
Seal
don't think
knows about
Kinsey is
that
digging
then.
through her papers.
there would also just like any books. Let me look at her inventory right now. There's a handy dandy inventory tab in the application of
What?
D&D Beyond. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't see the dagger and the pistol that she took because that would be with her combat stuff in her
Mhm.
smaller bags, which I established earlier, unfortunately.
Is her flask in there as well? The combat bag?
Of course not. Are you kidding me? It would be with the rest of her stuff regularly. Keep that thing on her. I think the only reason it's not on her person right now is because, oh, I'm gonna sit down in the middle of the tavern next to Kinsey's mumsies, and I can't let them know I'm too bad, too lost of an alcoholic, you know? Like,
Mhm.
um, you would see the Sylvan copy of the Feywild. You would see, I love this thing I have here, just described as a Reaper gunk. You would see the Primordial book and
Mhm.
the poetry one, and her like trying to whatever she was working on with that. I have to remember to have her work on that again. You would see the what's it called? The primordial journal that she got, like that we all got from the abyss,
Mhm.
that she
Mhm.
kept, is still like floating around in there. You would see the initial what's it called? What even, like the Fey Dark book from like the first initial cave,
Yes.
and like you would see two journals for like, and you would recognize these two especially as like the ones that she writes in all the time, and there would
Yeah.
be like
Okay.
those would be at the very top. Like I can't imagine you would even have to like dig for them. They're just sitting there.
Mhm. Um. You said the mirror is wrapped in cloth, right?
Yeah.
And the mask was resting on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kinsey is gonna unwrap the cloth to see if it's related to the mask.
You see a mirror. You see a mirror that you have seen before, a very,
Mhm.
very long time ago, as shown by Raja, Mirror of the Past.
Did she remember it from months and months ago?
Kinsey's a sharp little lady. I think she can remember it.
And what Lucy isn't.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
I imagine Kinsey would remember.
Mhm. Kinsey, I think, just like looks at it, is like, huh, and then wraps it back up and puts it back.
It has
Kinsey
one
should use
crack
it.
through it.
Yeah, it has a little crack through it.
How does Seal look when that gets pulled out?
He's like holding his breath.
You Kinsey sees Seal reflection in it behind her, just like.
Wonder who put a crack in it.
It would be weird if someone in this room did that.
I'm trying to like, God, I wish there was an emoji for this face that I do all the time in like I don't know exactly what like emotion to describe it as, but like I guess that like it's the facial expression that I'm imagining like on Seal right now, and also one that I do is like a bit when I get like caught for something, quote unquote, for whatever, where like you open your jaw but not like your mouth, you know, and like your edgewise like
I
like,
know exactly.
uh-oh, but like your mouth is closed, you know?
Hold on.
Like not like not so like cartoonish, but you know.
Mm.
I'm doing the math right now.
It reminds me of
Yeah.
that old TikTok meme trend, whatever, of that like one audio that would be like, "Brr," you know, when when something funny would happen that people were trying not to laugh at. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And they would make a
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the face I'm imagining.
um,
Like this. I'm picturing it like this.
Like your jaw is
No, I
imagine if
understand what you're saying, but I feel like this emoji kind of conveys it. You
If
know,
the mouth,
a
if the
lizard.
mouth was smaller and more pursed to me, you know, the
Yeah.
lips more
It's
pursed.
like a
Okay.
tiny little frown.
Anyway,
anyway.
I guess Kinsey is like, I don't think that has anything to do with this.
Wow. So Genji puts the mirror back.
Yeah, she wraps it back up as best as she can.
Yeah. Any other particular snooping? that
I'm
Genji's doing?
thinking.
Can I can I look for the field guide again?
It would be in there.
Yeah. Can I look through that?
Rewrapped
Um,
up again.
Yeah. How like particularly is it like wrapped up? Is it like in any special way or like
I can't imagine that it's something that you wouldn't be able to replicate.
yeah.
Just like
And also like
Mhm.
Xerxes was like, "Oh, my door is unlocked."
I think like the only concern would be like not to like ouch. um, not to like ruin it at all just because it's like a bit old and beat up, but just be nice to it, I guess.
Uh-huh. Can I like I don't know how long we're in the room for, so like however like close I'm looking is like what correlated with how long we're in Circe's room for. But like can I reread the field guide, like look through it again with the knowledge of like Baxter having the essence of the Feywild? And also just like if any other weird stuff like sticks out.
Mhm.
Like reading like more closely, I guess, also in like the scientific writing.
I in Okay, first of all,
I
in
don't
like
know.
context of like
Yeah.
Essence of the Feywild, I can't imagine there's anything in that book about that. In like any way or like relating to it even.
Uh huh.
Not a lot about um
Like I don't know if like what Xerxes was like writing down about like, oh, like this is what we did today. Like we talked about whatever, or like we went and like talked to these people. Um
I think the most relevant thing in that regard would be that at points Xerxes would like mention um being separated from him and being on her own and him being off doing something else where she's not with him.
in the towns, or just like in general.
Just in general. There would probably be mentions of like some towns or some locations
Mhm.
sometimes. But
Is there like what does she like write about like after like Baxter's like off doing his own thing for a bit?
it would probably go back into her own like notes about her studies and whatnot.
Mhm.
And like waiting for him to come back so he can like check on something or like they can go do something together
Mhm.
later.
Like, is it like said what he's like doing off on his own, or like,
I think
or is he
maybe
like
on
studying something specific
on
after that like we'll talk
occasion
about after?
on
Yeah.
occasion she might mention it, but also like just as often it would be like a very offhanded remark of like I'll have Baxter check this out or like cross reference this when he gets back from wherever.
Mhm.
Like it's very much not it's not like a dear journal.
Yeah.
Today Baxter is doing, it's like very
Today,
much
gay sex.
not that. It's
Not
very
like specific mentions of like Baxter is off alone today, just like casually like
mhm,
gleaned from it. Okay.
yeah. I guess like the most detail you would get to that would be like, I'm worried about him. I hope he's safe.
Mhm.
It's dangerous out there.
Is there anything that's like he was so pretty today?
No world. No world.
I think it would just be like, wow, they seemed to be really good friends of
He
just
seems
how
to be
often
really
Zeus is like,
friends.
I miss him.
I mean, if Seal
He's so
look,
funny.
if Seal like the time before when he looked through her stuff, I don't think that he read the letters intently, but like I feel like he looked at the first one and was like, oh.
Oh, I've heard this before. Looks at Kinsey.
What, the letters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit better than friends.
Mhm.
Anyway, is it like, are they like going anywhere like specific or I don't know.
It seems mostly like
Or even
they
just like north, west.
they
like,
would list like some objectives or like
mhm,
specific areas or like natural phenomena that they like wanted to visit. I think even like often enough you would see like a location name like written in Sylvan and then like translated in common next to it of like whatever people in the Feywild were referring to specific areas as, like stuff like
mhm,
that. It really depend like it's like we're gonna go to this like marshy area northeast of whatever today and check out this thing and get soil samples and
mhm,
check on this like weird plant we saw,
uh-huh,
and then sometimes it would be like we're going to this specific city or we're gonna like revisit this
mhm,
specific like library or like
mhm,
archivist person and talk to them about whatever the fuck, and then sometimes it literally would just be like
mhm.
we're gonna
Where,
look for whatever in the forest today.
uh-huh. Was there like any like what's like the last location mentioned before Baxter goes missing?
Um,
uh,
I think the
Or
last
like, yeah.
location mentioned would just be um Xerxes talking about like them both being at like their camp together is the last
Mhm,
location, and then Xerxes the very next like thing when you read about like where he like the point at which he left is just like he wasn't here today
mhm,
and he didn't like, and she would also mention in there that he always tells me when he's going off to go do something on his own, and today he disappeared.
mhm. By like last location, I meant like a concrete location, not like camp. But I
Yeah.
imagine you wouldn't like have something like on hand of
Mm.
like
If
a map of the
a map
Feywild.
of the Feywild, it doesn't seem like Xerxes mentions anything like
Uh huh.
in particular around that time, because there's like, remember this is like interspersed through a lot of like a full day's worth of
Uh huh.
Xerxes specifically like being
Yeah.
dedicated to doing some science bullshit in it. So it's like,
Mhm.
awesome. Um,
So,
so
Xerxes took like an hour to come down or so, didn't she? After Kinsey talked with her? How long did it take?
um maybe like more around like 40 minutes or something, enough to like
Okay.
eat her breakfast while also doing work and then
hmm
be like, okay, I should go and be a person and talk to other people now.
hmm Okay, Kinsey is going to guess Like, okay, maybe Xerxes left a note somewhere in this bag or in this room. She's going to just like flip through the top 2 journals and see if there's any like particular note left that she can read.
Just flipping through very fast, or you like taking time to look at stuff?
She's like flipping through, taking a couple of seconds to like scan each page and just see if there's like something freshly written or something in common.
I think there's one section that is kind of in the middle of other stuff that is written in common. And it,
And what is it?
and what is it? Well, I've got it right here.
Oh
I've got
boy.
4 pages of it right here because I was in the middle of finishing up the last page on the train and it's not done.
That's okay.
But you know, essentially, I can say in words what the rest of it would have been.
When
an
like
event.
Kinsey like stops to like start reading something, I feel like Seal like also goes over to read it now too.
I haven't proofread this yet, so if there's
okay.
like any thing like very wrong with it, then I'll like make mention. I can't imagine there would be like such a glaring thing that it's like session altering, but
And then Backseat told me about Paradox today.
Backseat.
there's supposed to be like more stuff at the 4th page underneath the final line. There's an anonymous wolf. No, that's a coyote. There's an anonymous kraken, anonymous buffalo.
An anonymous what? An anonymous buffalo?
Kraken.
Kraken.
I'm a kraken.
What's the next one? I don't know what mine is.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
No, I'm not the buffalo. I'm looking at the buffalo.
You're the coyote. Then.
No.
I'm also looking at the Kraken.
Oh no, never mind. I'm also Seraph's account.
What? That's why
What?
Seraph's in here.
Sorry, I think
get out of there.
Yeah, sorry. I think it automatically went to
Yeah.
that one because that's the one it is. There we go. What am I now?
You are a Dumbo octopus.
Yay! Look at us. Look at the cephalopods go.
I think the hardest part about this is that I can't really capture how annoying of a writer Xerxes is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just read. I will visit the Planewalker soon, either today or tomorrow, whenever I have ample time to do so on my lonesome.
On my lonesome.
Girl, what are you fucking talking about? Who taught you to write like And then when you get to the end, let me know and I'll like explain what the last entry would have been.
Oh, Xerxes doesn't know Airside.
Oh, I forgot to check the actual spelling of her name. I have no idea if that's right.
That's right.
That's right. I might have spelled it 2 different ways in this doc. Or maybe it only showed up once and I spelled it differently somewhere else.
development. I like reading.
Huh?
Hi, Posey.
Hey, Fuzzy. Jump scare.
I do not recall her name. Like, how do you not fucking remember?
I have their scorch marks in my book. Chemical
Kinsey's
spill.
gonna take out her spell shard
Mhm.
and she's gonna copy some stuff down. Not word for word, because
Yeah.
God knows Xerxes put too many words in here. Um, but I'll probably write Kinsey's actual, like, abridged
Yeah.
version later. It's gonna be roughly the same
Yeah.
information.
At
But,
the, mhm. At the very end, she would mention that the next entry would be like, I'm writing this from the Gay Wolves Tavern. She does not call it that. And it says, like, yeah, I wasn't able to talk to him. I didn't see him. But Gray intercepted me on my way out. We spoke and, like, would mention him mentioning Olivia, and then Xerxes would, like, finish it off with, like, I'm worried about Olivia, and also being like, I don't even know if I should be writing all this down right now.
mhm.
I don't know if I should be writing this all down right now. I'm currently writing it down in common, so that if I do decide to dispose of these pages, I what's the word, like, whatever stupid wording she would have around, like, so that, like, maybe it's like best I forget this information. I'm currently recording it in common, so that if I do in the future decide to dispose of it, there is less of a chance that I could have possibly committed to memory and will likely, like, forget it soon after.
That's weird.
She would also, like, mention, like, she had no intentions to speak about any
Mhm.
of what had happened. Not at the very end, but, like, in that last paragraph.
Yeah. Alright.
You can't tell from the words, obviously, but she was genuine when she was writing that.
Mhm.
You hear that, God? She was writing that genuinely.
He was writing that genuinely.
I also don't know if they were in red cloaks.
Oh.
I think
What
they would
clothes?
have been in differing white and black cloaks.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what it says.
That's what it says then.
Yeah, for sure. I was just
Kinsey finishes reading and puts it away.
all right. What's next?
I think we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put the mask back as well?
I'm gonna
Yes.
say put the mask
You
on.
put... Are you gonna put the mask on? No, she puts back everything as close to as she found it as she can.
Okay, awesome.
I feel like Seal is just like looking at Kinsey like this.
Still
We both
reading the
finished
field
reading
guide.
that like
Does Kinsey question Seal reading that field guide in particular?
Um,
You really dove
probably.
for that one at the very bottom of her bag, Seal.
What was that thing you grabbed?
Um. It's like some other journal from when she was in the Feywild.
Is there anything in there?
Um. Baxter like disappeared at one point. And I I I guess never came back.
Huh.
Um, so you guys put all the stuff back?
Yep. We
Yeah.
put it all back.
Uh, I had to give like the 30-second pause just in case there's anything else coming. Uh, awesome. Put it all back. You exit the room. With perhaps new knowledge.
Hmm.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
All West is left in the dark once again.
Shout out to Wes.
Wes.
It was Kinsey last time. It's only for it, you know.
I'm living my best life.
Kicking his feet, eating fish for breakfast.
Fish breakfast. I don't need to know about this. I'm having fish breakfast. Okay.
You're having fish
That's
breakfast
more
with
important.
Elise and Farley. It's a
And
great day.
Farley. Come on,
I
guys.
think-
Way better. I
The,
don't need to know about that shit.
the only other thing I guess Kinsey would notice, like when looking through the journal, is like illustrations of stuff, and that's all. I think.
Just like stuff that because that was like journals from like recent stuff. So probably
Yeah,
would she have recognized like some of it?
Yeah.
Not really like.
probably
Yeah,
recognize
alright.
some of it as like, oh, that's like a place that we were, or that's like we passed
A
like a
thing we
million
saw.
of these trees. Well,
Mhm.
literally just the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just if there's nothing that Kinsey would have raised an eyebrow immediately, then.
The only thing I can maybe think of is like at the very end of their journal, if she would have like went that far or stopped at Grace Lord's if at the very end of the journal, if she would have like went to that and seen like, oh, Xerxes draws pictures of everyone and writes everything about them, or if she would have like looked at the first two like the front cover, like the inside of the front cover and the immediate page next to it, because that's in Sylvan and Common. But that's all. If you think she
She
would have,
probably would have, I think,
Yeah?
just
Okay,
gone
then
through the whole thing for posterity's sake.
let me send you something then.
Okay.
So many documents.
This one's an older one.
Hmm.
Let's see if I can find it.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Because
maybe you
imagine
find it.
being Kinsey and you
Mhm.
think you found like the one note, right? And then
Mhm.
you go downstairs and Xerxes like says something and it doesn't make sense, and you're like, I need to make sure again that
Mhm.
your room is locked. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
I was gonna say I'll be right back.
Oh, I found it.
I also found it.
Well,
Well,
Ah.
who just
We're-
joined this document? Who's this anonymous moose? I'm just gonna put it in muted chat.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Slay Silver Serve.
silver serve.
I needed to write it down.
Whoa, there's a whole zoo in here.
A platypus, a sheep, and an aurochs.
I'm a what?
What did you
Aurochs?
call me?
Am I a moose?
How can I don't figure it out yourselves.
Ooh,
You're the moose, yeah.
I wanted to.
Are there any
know what the
particular
emotion was.
errors in the Kinsey illustration?
Um,
How many Kinsey illustrations are there?
there's a lot. Okay. If it's the old one, which I don't know if Kinsey looked through that one, then there would be a handful of illustrations. If not, then it's the latest. Well, it would be the immediate pre-birthday Kinsey and then the
Mhm.
post-birthday Kinsey.
Mm-hmm.
And what errors would there be? Just like maybe the face structure isn't exactly right. Like maybe the eye color isn't exactly the same, but like also maybe that's just like water, like because she's doing it in watercolor,
Mhm.
could just be a thing with it, you know. It's just like if you were to like overlay it onto Kinsey's face, it wouldn't be perfect, you know, but it's like the general gist.
Mhm.
It's close enough at this point, but it's not perfect. Seals is like near perfect.
Dead on.
Dead on.
Ah, okay, cool. And that's it, I guess. And then Kinsey will leave.
I'll see an illustration of Olivia in there. Not that that was mysterious information to you.
Mhm.
Who is prancing around?
Sorry. I wanted someone to notice.
Galloping and
Fun.
gallivanting.
That's what an RX does.
What's Parker?
Happening.
That'd be ridiculous in here. Okay. Hey guys.
Hey.
Kinsey and Seal, I assume you guys go back downstairs?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah, as you see west, you guys see Kinsey and Seal make their way back down. Do you guys just sit down at the table?
Yeah. Sorry.
I think
Oh.
Xerxes might have been talking to Kinsey's mumsies and would have been maybe even because they were traveling through Tokane and there was a lot of new insects or whatever, they might have literally be talking about insects.
Oh,
But-
yes.
You know what Xerxes would mention? I think it's funny if Kinsey comes down to hear Xerxes mention, like, yeah, I actually have a lot of illustrations of them in my journal. Perhaps I'll show you them sometime.
Oh, please do. I really haven't gotten time to jot down many. Well, down here. Oop, I think my sound just got out. Oh,
Yeah.
my sound got out. Am I back?
You're back.
Okay. Please do. I really haven't gotten the chance to jot down many since I've been down here.
It's not the
would
formal
be incredible.
archive, but it is
It's fine.
illustrations of what I see. It would be nice to, capture some someday. And
It's homemade. It's sweet, you know. Oh, hello, Kinsey.
Are we ready to return to Kremlis?
did you get confirmation from Sky?
I can message him right now. I didn't want to before we were ready. He's probably quite
Well.
busy. I don't want him to.
I haven't anything to do.
So we're heading back then.
I suppose so. I can't imagine really anywhere better to be at the moment.
Well, that sounds fine to me. Wonder how the city's doing. Should probably contact Sky.
Kinsey will send Sky a message. Hey Sky, I'm in Oberville. Can you pick me up? Sky, Salzia asked me to come from this, and I finished what I was doing.
There is a pause.
Mm-hmm.
About a 15-second one. Before you hear. Oh please, yes, of course, I'll be right there. And you immediately after hearing that see out the window of the tavern this like glowing beam of red light with like sparkles like flying out the sides, almost kind of like this all surrounding sphere of sky as the light clears up and this magical glow disperses and the sparkles still fly out, and you see a massive S has been seared into the ground which he teleported.
Good God, some people are still trying to catch some shut, I am sure, somewhere.
I should have asked him where he was. Where is she? Kinsey!
Oh, and the shouting too.
Is that one of those town criers? No.
Kinsey? And you guys, like,
Kinsey gestures for everyone to follow her out the door.
and you see as he starts shouting, people start like leaving their homes.
Let me go get my things.
Oh, I didn't think this through. And this crowd of people starts to surround Sky.
Oh no.
No autographs, not today. Sorry. Oh, okay, maybe a couple autographs. What do you want?
While that's happening, Zeus goes up to her room and back, like, gets all her things. Comes back.
So-
Sky, can you sign my gay sex book?
Your gay sex? Of course I can.
Do you want to
You're
see
gonna have to pick me
mine?
up one of these.
Do you want to see mine? We should compare notes.
Not to brag, mine's the newest edition from
From myself.
the sex mages of Corleone Bay.
This guy's like standing over a bunch of people, like looking around as like he's kind of half-heartedly signing autographs, and he looks over and kind of barely sees the top of your hat, Kinsey. and goes,
Yeah, Kinsey hops on her broom and levitates up a little
"Oh,
bit. so that-
perfect. Oh, Kinsey, one moment, and he waves his hand, and you watch all of the people in this massive crowd. Their eyes go white, and they start walking away. Oh. What a harsh life we live, yeah?
Banewash.
It was really smooth too. It wasn't like any like spell. He didn't mutter anything under his breath. He just waved his hand.
A gay flick of the wrist can do that to people.
Yeah, honestly.
Thank
Um,
God you contacted me, Kinsey. I mean, Ravnos has been on my ass all week. It's kind of been terrible.
What?
I don't think we need to know that.
Kinsey like tilts her head and raises her eyebrows.
I've been busy. Kinsey. Elise. you watch him walk over to Elise, and they do a very big hug.
Secret
Not a
handshake.
secret handshake.
Yeah. I thought that they were gonna say secret handshake, and then I got sad when they didn't.
They do have a secret handshake.
It's just saying gay sex.
Back and forth, whoever.
Gay
it's like
sex
the-
fist bump.
Yeah. They leave each other's grasps, and Sky looks around. So I assume you want to go back to Kremlis? Hello, friends. Xerxes? Seal?
Hello.
West?
Hello.
Farley, of course. And you see him give a little bow and a curtsy almost at the same time.
She's like froze her brows a bit. Like, what? What is that game movement he just did?
Confounding gay move.
Back home then.
She should write that down.
What?
You watch him kind of lift one of his hands in the air, snap his fingers, and there's a beam of red light. This kind of blinding red light covers all your vision as you are transported elsewhere. Xerxes, you are feeling terrible.
I was literally about to have hers like I was gonna say have Xerxes say, wait, give me a second. Then you already said it.
Wait, give me. Just like on the ground.
As you guys will be teleported directly in front of Kinsey, your house. Not the Animal
house.
Tower.
Isn't that lovely?
Your house totally well. You see a lot of the houses around yours as well are starting to get their beginnings of repairs for those that were destroyed or devastated from the occurrences of like a week ago.
The
Again,
the
9/11.
The red S is like seared into the ground. He's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to do it that time. I'm so sorry." Well, if you need anything, let me know. I'm a little busy still. I'll be at the tower.
Did you
Wait.
actually get in trouble?
Huh? Trouble? Why would I get in trouble?
You said Rovnos was
It's a-
upset with you.
No, like we're busy, and Ravnos needs a lot of help with things because he's leaving soon to. I think it's on Thor now. So it's been a bit complicated, and he's been offloading a lot of his tasks to me. But it's fine. Trouble's kind of a different sense of where he is a little upset, but we don't have to talk about the memory thing too much. If I erase his memory enough, then how will he remember he's upset?
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry. Is there anything else?
Did you hear any
Um,
news from Olivia?
Oh, right. No, not directly relating to your thing.
My
No. Turns out, she was just a bit concerned about the Kremlis things that have happened. But I can try to contact her again. She's been overwhelmed. Kind of hard to bring it over. Sorry.
I forget. At the end of last session, what did Olivia say about possibly getting in contact with Xerxes?
If you could come to Zelly.
If,
Uh,
okay. Oh yeah, there. Someone says something maybe.
You can search up weasel to get to very easily. We don't say the word a lot.
Yeah. What? We should say it more.
You should say it more.
I am sorry, though. I know things have been a bit complicated, especially with the other things going on. We have a bit of earthquakes.
I imagine so.
The what earthquakes you said?
We love a bit of earthquakes.
Oh.
And other sorts of things as well. Zelly's kind of shit show right now.
How have you been contacting her? Just in person or sending messages or?
I sent a message or so. We have really nice stones. That's about it.
Could I possibly borrow one for a short amount of time, perhaps today, and talk to her? It's kind of urgent.
Roll a persuasion check.
I might add my inspiration.
Please,
to this one.
please, with
Could
K6
you
on
add
top.
guidance too?
That's weird because you'd be visibly casting a spell.
Sure.
What
Xerxes
about
can't cast
your-
spells. Does
What- if
someone
it- if
want to
it's
help
bad?
by mentioning that? Oh, I was sending messages to Olivia last night, and she said she wanted to talk to Xerxes.
Yeah, Kinsey will bring that up.
Somebody.
Okay, decent roll, decent roll. I'm gonna add my inspiration to that. Should I?
Oh.
Are you?
Well, do you not have advantage?
Oh,
Because
that's
Kinsey-
sent twice.
Is that? Yeah,
Huh?
you got the same roll
Yeah,
twice, it
no,
seems.
I
No,
only rolled it once.
No, the
This
first
was the
Oh.
different
persuasion
persuasion.
is from earlier. It's just
Is it
coincidentally the same
Wow,
roll.
that's hilarious.
So
well, this is a worse
That's
roll.
not related to this. Okay.
I'm
Oh.
wondering if I should add my inspiration to this. Sure, whatever.
What else are you gonna use it on?
You gotta talk to Olivia.
Again, I almost clicked the D100 because it's right above the D12. It's a 2. It's fine.
Can we add 40 to this roll?
Can we add 40 to this roll? Here, wait, let me roll a D100, and if it's a 1, then I explode and die.
If you get 100 though, I'll let you do anything you want for 5 seconds.
Makes sense.
Is it the Bite 87?
8.
Hey.
Bite at 8 BC?
You see this guy kind of sit there. Oh, let me ask her first,
Alright.
if that's all right. Just because it's kind of strange.
It is perfectly fine.
But we will see. All right. Is there anything else that you all need?
Is
I-
Salzir your apartment?
Salzir's at the tower right now. We've been kind of working on things, going through the library. If you'd like, you could come with, but it's kind of complicated right now.
Yeah, I'll go to the tower.
All right, on my back.
Kinsey gets on her own broom.
Oh, that's boring. Where's the flare? Anything else? West, buddy. All right.
Wes just makes a really confused look.
He'll as he's getting his run up to fly, he'll pat you on the shoulder West to fly off.
Oh, okay.
He was just like, maybe you want to talk to him. I don't know.
Autograph.
Autograph? I
I
can
don't think
autograph
Wes
your
knows
gay
what
sex
that
book.
is.
You don't have a gay
Uh,
sex book. Aren't
Can
you
guys
gay married?
fly?
He doesn't need a gay sex book like everybody else.
So true. So true. You guys fly
Gay sex master.
to the Edinburgh Tower. Woo! While they're doing that, what's everyone else doing?
I assume they're just left out there on the lawn of Kenzie's house.
With the giant S
With
in
the
the ground.
giant burned scorch mark S on the ground, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious.
I keep
You could help
imagining-
Kinsey's mumsies get the house back in
Yeah.
order.
Yeah, I think Xerxes looks over at the two of them, almost expecting permission of am I allowed inside your home? Or do I have to wander the streets of Kremlis?
You see them start to enter their house, and you're still standing outside, what the fuck are you doing?
Lets out an exasperated breath and follows.
Seal
Um,
goes into.
Awesome. And Wes, too, I assume?
Mhm.
He has to check on his hammock.
It has to be there. I'll be so mad.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys head in. Anything particular you're gonna do inside the house or at all?
I imagine.
Checking on the bugs.
Yeah, I was literally about to say either Xerxes is helping around if it seems like Elise and Farley are doing any chores, and if the topic of insects comes up again because they were talking about it earlier, then Xerxes would love to go see the bugs.
Oh yeah, Farley will show you every bug.
Every
All of
bug.
her
Xerxes
collection.
every bug. Xerxes
Every bug of all time.
is taking notes and illustrations as fuck right now. Actually,
uh, Farley would just like talk about them and talk about like kind of like give like basic. I keep wanting to say lore, but lore is not the right.
No, lore, it's
Bug
lore,
lore.
bug lore.
Bug lore. Just
I
say about the bug
mean,
lore.
if you relate it to the differences between the pre and post Darien Empire influence and the Raven Torres you
Oh
know,
my
then
God.
it is lore technically. But I imagine
is.
the conversation isn't that much about that, especially all the way up in Kremlis.
No, it would not be like that at all.
We're not here for politics. We're here for bug science.
We're here for gay sex and bug science.
Though
That's
though Farley does know
Uh-huh.
the political side of the bug science.
Uh-huh.
He
I-
does.
I imagine. I'm
Mhm.
not getting into it anyway.
No. Say it.
No.
I won't.
Mhm.
Yeah, Xerxes is just enthusiastically special interesting about insects. And like, "Ah, I never got to have any insects of my own or keep any. I've always wanted to.
You have your own place now, right?
I mean, I never really had the space nor a want for doing so in my own place, but I don't know, maybe.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. If you think you're going to stay at your home again at some extended points, maybe I would love to come down and help.
I would
Uh,
greatly
could set up like
appreciate that.
We could set up a full habitat for all the things that we, found in Tokane and you already know of.
Oh, I've got to clean up then.
You have time. You have time.
Is Regis not keeping it clean?
Xerxes has not heard from Regis. Xerxes sent him a sending stone in the mail, and perhaps someone might have
no.
forgotten about that, or maybe it's intentional that Xerxes has not gotten a response.
We can just make it that Regis didn't know what it was.
Regis is trying to figure out how to use it.
Xerxes explained what it was.
He's, like,
Just,
knocking it on the
send
desk.
A rock in the mail.
I-
Why is
there
it not
was-
working?
There was an explanation, but Regis can't read.
There was a very.
Oh my god!
I've re-listened to the first session many, many times before, more so than anyone else here, I imagine. Regis can half read.
Yeah.
He,
Thanks
like,
to
he can
Kinsey.
write
Thanks to
ish.
Kinsey.
He also hasn't practiced.
No, he would be getting if he's in the store. There's stuff all over the place.
He
I
was
imagine he
able
would have picked it
to
up.
read well enough to write the poster.
And he's got. I imagine if a letter arrived and he truly was
He knows what letter
dumbfounded,
sounds like.
he's not antisocial. He can ask someone,
Yeah.
"What does this say?"
You're right. You're entirely right.
He's been selling sending stone. Like, I imagine he would have figured out what, like, the sending stones that she has made herself. He has seen the contraption before.
Somebody
He's
comes in and
selling
buys one, and he's like,
Xerxes
"So what do these do?"
He found Xerxes' sending stones and he set up one of those little, when you're like at the museum or the
Mhm.
zoo and they have those little bins full of rocks with pouches and he's like, you can fill one up for like 5 gold pieces.
I mean, it's making more money than it was just sitting in there doing nothing for however long.
The sending stones, he's mixed them all together. Like the sets are all mismatched. So you
Yeah.
just get like a random
Free pen pal.
free pen pal.
More people are interested in than you think.
It's 5 gold. It's literally not free.
Cheap pen pal.
Cost effective pen pal. Anyway.
This is the start of some like crazy fucking like heavily troped romance story.
It is.
Kinsey read a book like this.
He did.
Is Regis one of the main characters? Are we
Regis
getting
is the
Regis a
recurring
love interest?
character.
Your recurring character.
That's like the store, the coffee shop barista, you know?
Mhm.
God's punishing me. Yeah, alright.
My great grandmother is like 100 and something, and we asked what her secret is, and she said, "I'm more wine than person."
Yeah, that'll
she
do it.
drinks white wine, and that's it.
Oh, I guess I should move you guys to Kremlis.
Kinsey
Oh, yeah,
running
this is
around in
Aberville,
the-
isn't it?
Isn't it?
You guys want to go to Kremlis?
I would love to go to Grandma's.
Going to Kremlis.
Oh, I
Oh,
guess
hi,
Chinese
hot dog
things-
part.
I'm sure it's
A
all.
hot dog curse still here?
One second, let's move some stuff around. You're right there. Where the fuck are you? You're right there for now. I'll put you with the heart dog car.
Can you imagine if Josh put Xerxes in the ocean right now? Like, you're right here. Like, huh? What?
You're up there. Dr. Flex.
Is with Kinsey.
Oh.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Oh.
Somebody's getting a head start to the Olympa awareness.
Xerxes is like, I guess I better get started. And
Mhm.
Kinsey's like, what do you mean by that? And
Upside
Xerxes like
down.
fully dives off of the cliff at the edge of Kremlis and like hits the water, and Kinsey like looks over the edge, just like, is she alive? And she's down there doing laps. Like she starts swimming.
He starts swimming. Xerxes has the what's it called? What is it called? The nictitating membrane. So you see her in the water, and she's staring up at you, and you see her glowing eyes in the water, looking back at
I
you.
love the idea that she would be able to see it from that distance. See it that well.
It's just glowing so brightly.
Mhm.
She's standing at the very bottom of the ocean, looking
Girls
straight
do
out.
this.
Honestly, Xerxes needs to stand at the bottom of a lake. It would fix her. I think she can do it. Breathe, girl.
She can do it.
Just
She
like
can do
Percy
it.
Jacks.
Is there anything
I
else?
got
Anyone
scared.
else? Like any other specifics people would like to do? Steeler West. Well, yeah.
No. I'm
Okay.
checking on my. Is my hammock okay?
Your hammock's it got unhooked.
I hook it back up.
Yeah, you hook it back up.
Brushing
It's
like
fine.
leaves and shit off of it and rubble.
Yeah, because even though the Hazelville estate wasn't entirely like damaged, it still, was affected by the earthquakes and the kind of chaos going on around it. So there's little bits of rubble, things have been knocked over, but it's something that's super hard to clean up. Also, the door. There is no door. I forgot. Because a creature burst through it.
Door on.
They haven't. No one's thought we should put Kinsey's door back.
She doesn't need that.
West begins wood carving a door. No.
Mhm.
I don't think he has anything in carpentry.
The Anamora were like, should we put the Hazelvale's door back on? And Shrosk is like, no, it's easier to
I-
get in this
I
way.
was
Farley
gonna
can't lock me
say-
out.
I was gonna say Shrosk comes and puts it back up because he wants to knock it down again.
It's like, how else will I knock on their door?
Oh
How
my
else will they
God.
know I'm here?
Did anyone else realize that it's Friday the 13th today?
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
it's
It
all over my fucking Tumblr dash.
Oh, I should do something
Oh, I didn't
scary.
get any of it.
What?
Oh.
No.
You shouldn't have pointed that out till after session.
Hey, you can't
might,
change
like,
mid-session. You
smile.
can't change it mid-session. It has to be happy session.
I think something scary might happen.
It's
It
okay.
is-
Something scary
it's
always
Sarah's fault.
happens.
Hey
Thank you,
guys,
Sarah.
eh,
We love
um,
you.
Hello.
Adam,
Looking at the bugs.
still
right
looking at the
now.
bugs. Yeah, awesome. And you're getting
She'll
bug
have
lore too.
eaten the bugs.
Yeah.
After West is done,
Xerxes and Farley are talking so intently about the bugs. It's crazy.
West
There's
probably
so
walks
much
in on
going
the
on.
bug conversation.
It's
Are you
like
going to
watching a
stay?
tennis match, like right from the middle, as you like turn your head and then turn back and then turn back.
It's like watching autism.
that is what
It
tennis
is watching autism.
We're watching autism unfold.
This is a room of 3 autistic people right now, and well, 4 if West is here. Is what?
Yeah.
yeah.
West walks in halfway through. This room is filled with people who autism.
The bugs are autistic.
The room
too.
is filled with people.
The room is filled with people who autism.
All
Name
right.
of my biography.
In this case, Kinsey,
Hi.
you and Sky fly up to the top of the Anamora Tower, right towards the meeting room. Maybe I should go to the meeting room. Let's go to the meeting room.
Go to the meeting room.
Whoosha! I made the map. I might as well. Might
Mhm.
as well use it. Oh, I need to get rid of him. Did you guys hear it being given a name?
We did, I thought. Maybe not an official one,
think
but I think
so.
Schross. I think so.
We did. Frost
Yeah.
gave it a name, and then Kinsey flew off and was like, "I'll show you treason."
Yeah.
I don't remember what the name was, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Also, he said it.
I also don't remember what the name was.
Oh, good.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Probably won't be seeing him around today though. Let me find Sky. Where is Sky? Oh, hi Sky. Why is your
Hi,
border now
Sky.
red? Who are you? Okay. Who else would be in the meeting room? No one. Why would they be in the meeting room? That'd be lame. Awesome. You and Sky fly to the top floor. Sky kind of brushes himself off. Right. Cezar's in the library. You can join him. I'm probably going to talk to Shroska. So wish me luck.
Have fun.
Fun. You thought he was bad before. He's kind of recently. But I'm sure it'll be fine soon when the destruction of the plains is done. I'll be back. He'll fly to the doors. And I assume you do as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
Hey, do you
Means we'll
guys
go to
ever
the library.
realize how the planes are called the planes, just like the planes in 9/11?
You know, I heard that's where they got it from.
Holy shit. Anyway. Kinsey, you go to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go down. You see Professor Orb,
Of course.
who's just kind of floating around, just patrolling the area. As you enter, and they look over. What voice does this guy have? Was it? Wait, fuck. It was really funny when
Don't
I
worry, we don't
remember it
remember
being
either.
like really British. I don't know if that's accurate.
I don't know if that's right, but I'll do it really British just because I don't remember what it was. Wait, was it really deep?
I think it was pretty deep,
I
yeah.
think it was pretty deep, yeah.
Hello there, Kinsey. Miss
It's the
Hazel.
horse voice.
Are you in need?
So,
You can like look around. You see Cesar kind of patrolling some of the shelves, just looking around. Kind of has like 2 books in his hands.
hmm
Just looking through.
Is he not paying attention?
Yeah, not right now. Very, very distracted. It seems.
Mhm. Can can she sneak up behind him
Sure.
just to be a dick? You have to be mean to your boyfriend sometimes.
Roll a stealth check. We'll use his passive.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, I think he has a higher wisdom than that.
Uh-oh.
Does she not get advantage?
No.
No.
If anything, he has advantage on detecting her.
You begin to like kind of quietly walk up, and you see one of his ear switch as you're making your way over, and right when you're about to like jump out at him, he turns around and tosses you a book. Can you look through that? Kinsey. Still, can you look through that? But he walks over and he gives you a hug.
She hugs him back.
Oh
Um,
my god. Very nice to see you again. They have me reading.
how unethical.
I mean, like, it'd be fine if it was like, good books, but this is a drag.
What
Um,
book did he toss her? Can she look at it?
Yeah, it's literally like I was about to say discography. Wrong words.
Mm-mm.
Encyclopedia about religion.
Mm-hmm.
And he's holding a very similar book, written by a different author.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, sorry, 1 second. Ah.
Milk voice.
But yeah, so he like kind of is almost. He looks kind of tired. As he like looks at you. I mean, they've had us kind of searching the shelves for a bunch of different stuff, but Schross gets all this stuff from the restricted section, so it doesn't really matter.
Is the restricted section like cleared out or something? Like Shrosk has it?
Not entirely cleared out. There's some sections
Mhm.
of the restricted section that are, still full, but it seems, from what you remember to be like the religious books about religion,
Mhm.
they're all gone.
Yeah. So what's left is not really relevant.
Not entirely. They're kind of in a craze right now, like trying to find things.
Mhm.
How are you? What's going on?
Um. Kinsey pulls out her spell shard. She grabs his hand and like puts it in his hand. And tells him the passphrase is your middle name.
He thinks it. And you watch his face get more and more distraught the further he reads.
It's basically, I haven't like written. I will write out like what it says in there specifically, but it's it's pretty much the information from like combined Xerxes and Erisat's retelling.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, they're underneath Milite. Poseidonia is there, or at least was there, But
Uh-huh. Okay.
and probably also is written in there. My friend will die. If this is
Maybe. We
Maybe.
don't know. Maybe it's worse.
And you
maybe it's worse.
and you told me? He looks like he wants to talk so bad.
You get upset when I don't tell you things.
But I can't talk about this one. Thanks. What do we do with this? Oh, Sage dead.
Sorry, I burped.
Oh, you're all good.
I don't know.
Great, great, great. He's like kind of distraught, looking down like the book that he has in his hands. He just throws it to the side on one of the tables.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is definitely the lead that they're looking for. And he kind of like motions around the tower. Ugh.
Roma and I sniffed them out the last time we were in Milite together. We didn't get in or anything like that, but he asked Barkeep, and we listened in after, and she told Gray that we were looking around, but seems like they haven't moved.
I mean, do you think that's their only base of operations? Under the capital city?
I have to imagine. They were gathering people in Milite as well. I think
So, even if we could tell anyone, I mean, a lot of those people probably didn't really know what they were signing up for, right?
Kinsey shakes her head. They almost got my dad into it, and then anyone who walked out because they didn't agree with whatever was going on in there, we saw them get followed.
This is a lot. He kind of just like lets out like a sigh and leans up against one of the bookshelves. Huh. It's around this point as well that you see Sky begin to enter the room. Not as quietly. You see Professor Orb like looks up and Sky goes, "Don't even say anything." He'll like he kind of pets it and moves over to the side to where the both of you are standing. All right. It seems like the book search is going well. It looks at like the two books. No success. And Cesar just nods. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great. What do I do? Strauss was about to put together another meeting, second one today. So we're gonna see how that goes. Kinsey, I don't know if you're exactly invited. But you can hang out for a bit still, before the final call out. Pleasure, pleasure. Give a little bow to you both. And we'll begin to make his way out. Sky actually like looks stressed. You don't really see him like that much. He's not really very carefree. But he kind of looks disturbed a bit. almost as if they've been putting the guy that doesn't come to work every day. um, which is tough. Ooh. So yeah, so they're kind of watches Sky leave and then kind of leans back against the bookshelf a bit more and slides down it. We haven't shopped all week. um, too.
I think Kinsey like sits down next to him and lets him lean on her if he wants. I almost she heard Celsior.
Yeah, he'll definitely lean on Kinsey's shoulder. It is not going well. Not there.
Do you think if I just tell the Droman I found, then they'd be able to do something with that without?
Well, Groma brought it up briefly at the big meeting. But efforts have been kind of constrained with other things going around the country. Kind of hard to snuff the problem at the bud when lots of people are in danger. And I mean, that information, it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's enough to really push them. They don't have enough of the full story. I don't know.
She's stewing.
Mm-hmm. I could try to talk to Sky about it again, but he shrugs.
Yeah, exactly.
That was stupid. um, yeah. Tells you to just sit there for a while. Um, is there anything else Kinsey will say to Sazir over the next like 10 minutes?
Probably. I'm thinking.
Oh, you're all good, sorry.
Celsior is her boyfriend. She can trust him with anything. She pulls out the sword she got from the or the dagger. Probably the dagger because it's smaller and easier to pull out. But
Uh-huh.
I can't explain how I got this. But the Venom Vendetta have these blades. I think this is. I haven't tested it because there's not an easy way to do this. They can cause injuries that can't be healed by magic.
Oh. Oh.
You're just going, oh, over and over.
Yes. Kind of reaches out a finger, pokes at it.
Don't.
What? I didn't even touch the blade. Do you think like just like the metal does it? You keep poking it.
I don't know. I think it's the same kind they used to break Posidonia's chains.
Huh.
It looks normal.
Like really normal. But it's. Are you sure it wasn't like the people that were weird?
There would be a lot of weird people.
Hmm. And how would Gray be that weird? Well, different weird. No, that's really weird. Stop. Strange. Yeah, so we will just like look it over and look back at you. I hate to keep asking this question. What do we do with this?
I don't know.
Should we test it?
On what?
Like let's like cut somebody's finger. He puts his hands up like no. Let me. Surely Shrosk has some beast that's so bad.
That is really mean.
That's a Xerxes thought. I don't know. It was just an idea.
Mm.
It seems you've been collecting a lot more pieces to the puzzle, though. I mean, the Venom and Vendetta are involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Gray's with this Winged Glory group, whatever that is. So they're all kind of interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you'd go from there, right? Not really a next step to take.
I have to get Balin out of the Alantha Orana before whatever Rovnos said would happens. And Rovnos is going. I don't know if he'll be thrilled at the idea of me coming along.
I mean, it couldn't hurt to ask. He was actually... he was a little worried that he'd be going alone into a trap.
Hmm.
so maybe
I'll talk with him about it then.
might be able to go on a technicality. He's just in his office. He's been in there a lot recently. So is Sky, actually.
What do you think they're doing in there?
Well, Sky just keeps saying that Robinus is on his ass, and I you know.
He said the same thing to me.
You don't think? Because I do. I do think. I do think.
In the office?
Kinsey. He just looks away. It's a classic workplace romance plot. You read all the books I told you to read, right?
Obviously. I had to close my eyes for some of it, but
So you must have seen A Night in our Anamora Tower. Not actually about Anamora members, of course. It's about the Archmages who called their tower the Anamora Tower because they thought it was cool. Very important distinction.
right, and that's the one where
Yeah, what happens next, Kinsey?
I think he just stops talking. She's just nodding like, okay, she understands.
You could always check in with him. I mean, I guess there's a meeting about to happen, so after that, but you know.
Leonte?
You are a little schmuffled.
I set up. How long before you go to Corleone with Sky?
Like 6 days, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe we'll leave at the same time, and then we can come up together. You know. Big. Not to keep talking about bugs. That'd be cool. Did you say something?
Hmm?
No, okay. Sorry, every now and then I hear like laughing. Your laughing is muffled, and so it sounds like almost like words.
I'm thinking. what does the audience think Kinsey should do? Because she could just like shoehorn her way into the
Mhm.
meeting. I'm sure if she was like, I know where they are, they would kick her
Yeah.
out, right? But I don't know if that's the best approach.
I
Um,
mean, I don't see why not.
I suppose mainly I don't want to completely fuck over Sarah if they don't want me to.
I'm
Um,
not there. It's Xerxes who you have to worry about.
hmm
Do you care about Xerxes?
I do care about Zizi.
um. hmm. I mean, you could. I don't know. Because they like already know about the Planewalker,
hmm
and maybe Posidonia was able to like tell them like, yeah, they're not coming here again. It's all bureaucratic nightmare bullshit. They won't let them investigate further without real evidence, right? So like, she would know that they're not gonna come back there again, and
hmm
like I don't know if whatever agreement Xerxes had with Gray in that moment was something specifically like put on her, or is something specifically surrounding her, or if the like Anamora goes in like completely separately and investigates whatever the fuck deeper in, if that would be like, oh, did somebody tell somebody, you know, like that kind of thing. Like I don't know. And part of me also is like wondering, like, either Posidonia knew that they weren't gonna come down there, or like at all, or when all that stuff was happening initially and like Gray gets burned or whatever, it's like, are they ready for the like, do they want to get the Anamora down there and do something, you know?
Because that's what I'm worried about,
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mhm.
Because,
A trap.
Love a bit of misdirection.
I mean, they do still have like a whole fucking complex down there.
Mhm.
Even if they are like expecting the Anamora, it's like
Not
you
until
know.
they
Yeah.
pause they pause time again, and then they destroy all of it, and then they redo time.
Oh,
And they build it
no.
under the Anamora Tower. Who would ever look there?
Ooh.
that fucking TikTok. Oh, he's in the walls. Gray's like, I'm in your walls, and Kinsey is like, this is a really offensive joke. It's calling on intentionally triggering people with psychosis and delusions. And Gray's like, no, you don't understand. I am in the walls.
I am a weasel. I've got a nest in here. Cause another thing I'm wondering, right, is if it is a thing specifically just on Xerxes, then I kind of feel like whatever Kinsey does, like whether or not they end up telling the Anamora, I feel like if it is just a thing attached to Xerxes, she's already done as much as she would do in that regard. And if it is really like so stringent on that, then like I feel like she's already fucked anyway. But
Possibly.
possibly. But if it's not, and it is just like Gray like expecting Xerxes to maybe like say something, and if she does, then this is what's gonna happen, and then I don't know. I don't have anything productive to say. I can just speculate.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be worse than Chernobyl.
Can't be worse than Chernobyl. Does Kinsey even trust the Animora enough?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna like, do we even? I was literally gonna say, do we even like the
Like, do
Animora
we,
anymore?
Like,
I feel like they're not competent enough to deal with anything.
like
Sorry.
we don't even
Mhm.
like Droma isn't even here. Like, what the
Mhm.
hell?
Ravnos is gonna be gone, so
Yeah, like,
they're
Ravnos is
another
busy.
member down.
Sky, I don't know. Sky is gonna be gone.
I think in particular, Kinsey really doesn't trust the apprentices right now because I don't think she can. Like, I feel like she has a pretty good grasp of most of the Animorphs. So even if she doesn't like them, I don't think she has any particular reason to think that any of them are like an active traitor right now.
But,
You know,
who
but like,
knows
there's a
if
lot of
nowadays
apprentices that
is.
she doesn't. The fucking gay clown.
What? What's up with the gay clown?
Did Sage just have a realization?
Which one is the gay clown?
The one that
Paramar.
Saw them
designed-
Trust apprentice.
that got designed during the Chernobyl playlist listening.
Whose apprentice is that?
Trust.
Haha, yeah.
I think we should tell LeVay about it though.
We should tell LeVay about it.
Cool. We
Oh,
should
yeah.
tell
He's in the
LeVay
walls,
everything.
man. We should tell LeVay everything.
I trust LeVay with my life.
I trust LeVay so much.
Because even if I like, LeVay's the kind of person who's like, oh, let's fucking kill them just to kill them, not even for any other reason.
Yeah.
And that's all I need.
She has the biggest reason in the world right now, to be clear.
That is
Yeah.
true. Oh wait, yeah, she's in mourning.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we
That
want to
woman's
bug
in
LeVay.
mourning.
I feel like she might be in a state right now.
She might be in a state where if she hears
She might be
anything
in a
about where
state
they
for
are, she
murder.
may just like go try and get
Might
them
be
right
very
now.
much in a state for murder and revenge.
But
Very
again,
active
what if there's
revenge.
what if
Getting
there's like
things
a
done,
trap?
perhaps. If she can deal with it. Well,
Posidonia's down there.
uh,
And Gray and Baxter.
I think if LeVay
I
rolled
feel like
first
LeVay
on
could kill
initiative,
Baxter. I
also
don't
had
think he'd want
a
that.
It's not that Baxter being not killable, it's he's got the essence of the Feywild, and I don't know what else that thing can do.
I wonder.
Baxter pulls out the essence of the Feywild and is like, everything I say, or you, whatever the fuck the words are, and LeVay pulls out her gun sword and shoots it.
What is it with these white boys getting the fucking goddamn essence of bullshit? What are you guys doing?
Fucking Edward.
What are you guys doing? I
Imagine how
love
bad
you,
it would be
Edward.
if Glory had like the essence of Mechanus.
Ah!
Only Artificer's gonna have that. Xerxes is gonna have to go get it and fight.
Yeah,
Baxter.
Tibby actually has an engagement ring with the essence of Mechanus on it,
We've got the olive
and she
we've got
doesn't know.
the olive and the cherry.
Oh, that's
Um,
funny.
Is it for real the gay clown, though?
Oh.
It could be a red herring. The gay clown is just like fucked up and weird.
I mean,
No, because you guys don't know what I know.
No, we
And
don't.
Maybe
why,
Kinsey should talk about it.
why would Josh be working on that during the Chernobyl playlist?
Imagine being Celsier and your girlfriend is just like kind of sitting there like, I don't know what to do about this. Like she's, you're leaning on her shoulder, she's petting your hair, and she goes, "Is it that fucking gay clown?"
It's like
Sounds
having
like
the
You should
apprentices.
knows
explain
what you're
her
saying.
thought process to Salzir right now.
Well, hold on, I'm trying to think. Okay, because
Mhm.
she knows everything I know. I was told the things she knows, and that's why I know them.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Mhm.
Um,
It's so nice when that can happen. I know so much about Xerxes.
you know what? Let me pull up the apprentices doc right now. Apprenticesdoc.google.com.
.google.com.
Yeah, actually, the gay clown used to be the 13th Anamora member's apprentice
Yeah.
before being
Yeah.
transferred over to the next most fucked up person they had, the next most
That
unethical person.
would also be funny, but also I think the real story is extremely hilarious too. Oh god, this isn't written down. Josh explained
Oh.
this one to me verbally.
I'm sorry.
Write it down now. You have 5 seconds.
This bitch is taller than Xerxes. That's already weird.
Good
What?
god.
How tall are they?
6'6".
We should kill them for that alone. That's not
Yeah.
allowed.
Don't worry,
not
guys.
allowed.
West
See
is
him.
still taller.
6'6".
Are we gonna talk about how this gay clown's last name is Sinner?
The 6'6"
Literally a red herring,
gay
guys.
clown.
Guys, literally a red herring.
A red herring? How? We don't know anything about them.
No, if Josh is making everything too obvious and
I
sus.
do not trust these predominantly blue bitches anymore.
I'm thinking about a specific song on the Chernobyl playlist right
Xerxes?
now.
You should be thinking about that song.
Yeah? Yeah,
That
John?
song?
You should tell me what song it is.
Are you
I
both
Song.
independently on the same page?
I almost want to
Is that
say it out
great?
loud.
Sarah, I guess, yeah, you should, because then I can
Oh.
say what I want to say.
If it's a song you sent me, then I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, are we thinking about something else?
I know what song you're talking about, though. You're talking about this. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
What are
talking
you
about
talking
that.
Oh. We're on different pages.
Phew.
Think I have an
Are
idea
they
of what
all
to
similar?
say to Salzier.
I was thinking about this earlier though when Sage brought up like I don't trust the apprentices. I was like, I'm remembering that song that Josh sent me from the Apprentice playlist for the Chernobyl playlist.
There are some weird songs on that playlist, guys.
And I can't say that one out loud. I
Mhm.
do want to say the other one out loud though.
Have I? Okay, wait. Quick question. Have I ever
Yeah.
seen Paramar and Poseidonia hang out?
Never.
Never.
They've got a whole complex to do it in though.
Also, to be clear though, you haven't seen Paramar.
Or yeah, no,
hang out with
haven't seen
anyone.
Paramar much at all. Who? Just to be clear, obviously Alvelu. And then Relay as well. I saw with Poseidonia.
Yeah. Yeah, not really many people that hang out with Poseidonia.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
It's scary.
And Relay and Alvelu are like buddies.
Yeah. I don't think they're cleared in my mind, but I'm also not like particularly suspicious of them, you know?
Position.
Suspicious.
No,
I am
speak your
also
truth.
remembering. Yeah, okay. I had like a note in Kinsey's diary of like something she wanted to say to Salzier, so
One second, all my stuff just cut out. I'm back. I'm back.
okay. You're back, you're back, you're
Hello.
back. Probably like specifically when they're talking about the meeting or something. Kinsey like kind of she was already serious. I don't know what I mean by gets more serious. She's already quite serious.
Maybe it's because we're not being serious.
Salzier, I don't know how much you should trust the other apprentices right now.
How so?
Just on principle, you know, I don't Poseidonia stuck around the Animora who knows how long while she was working with Glory, and I'm not entirely positive that no one else is affiliated with them. And I don't necessarily trust all of the Animora members we've left, but I don't think any of them are working with Glory. At the very least.
Hmm. So you think there might be another traitor somewhere else?
She nods.
I mean, who? I can't really. I can't really imagine that being the case for anybody.
Not sure either, but I don't want to. If I were to, say something in the meeting and they conveyed back to Glory that I'd gotten that information from Zirsu, she would be in a lot of danger.
Mhm. Are you planning on making it into the meeting?
I can't imagine they'd kick me out if I had something to say.
Shroski's been really bad recently. I mean, maybe if you have something particular, but I guess it's worth a shot.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know if I want to go in unless I'm willing to.
Okay.
Should I try, I don't know, speaking with some of the Animora members without anyone else in the room?
Probably. People that you can trust a bit better.
Mm-hmm. What?
I said like LeVay.
I thought you said Fang, and I was like, bitch, he is not here.
Fang Anamora.
Fang Animora. They're like, we're kind of low on Animora members right now, so here's our. And Fang's like,
So
I
we
don't-
brought
I
in
don't know why I'm
God's
here.
favorite children.
Like, I thought I wasn't allowed.
We needed some morals around here recently.
Definitely talk to Ravnos too. Just to, I don't know, clear air. Figure things out. See if you can go on with your next step.
Parker is in the tower. Shit, I'm not mute. Sorry.
I'll talk to them separately. Will you turn your sending stone on when you're in the meeting? If you don't want to risk getting in trouble, I get it. But
It's not really getting in trouble. It's like, I mean, I will if you want. You see like a bunch of thoughts like crossing through his mind. Like, this is treason.
this is treason.
This is pretty bad. He said yes though.
She shakes her head. Don't. You can tell me anything important afterwards. I don't want you to get caught with it on.
Okay. I'll turn it on if you want. No problem there. All right. Whew. It's probably around now when you see Sky come back into the room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time to go. Sorry, Kinsey, you're not invited. Let's go. Motion starts tells you. Sorry, it's really boring in there. I'm sure we're not going to talk about anything fun. Sazi will kind of lean in and give you a kiss and get up to go. And they're out of there.
They're out of there.
What's everyone up to?
Bugs.
Bugs. Cool, cool. We can, unless anyone has anything kind of directly that they do like at this exact moment, we could probably skip forward a bit in time to the next whatever important thing going on is.
Xerxes probably wouldn't do it right now in the middle of bugs or whatever, but she would at some point like investigate like the blades of the daggers and the shield, the sword and whatnot.
Sure.
And I think
Yeah,
like
you
would
can do that.
ask for it from whoever else had it, and they'll probably like to check each one.
Mm-hmm. When Xerxes is doing that, can I also show her the I don't know what to call it, the rift stone that I got from the guy.
Yeah, bring that over as well.
You should just throw that at the ground.
No.
Yeah. The Anamora meeting, Robin said, like, his head snaps up, and he's like, guys.
Something just happened.
Something just happened.
Localized in Kinsey's kitchen.
Localized entirely in your kitchen. Yes.
Yeah, you can investigate those things. Pull out all your tools and whatnot. Yeah, roll me. We'll say this is an investigation check. Just for the funsies of it.
Come on, Xerxes.
You should add your guidance.
You could do that.
Okay. Come on, Xerxes, roll higher than a 10. She rolled higher than a 10!
Yay!
Woo! Yeah, look at that, girl.
D4 all the way at the
girl.
bottom. It's a 4!
Yeah, 34. Get anything?
I was about to say earlier, you got exactly what you needed, but you're a little higher than that now.
Why is my...
Seriously.
Hold on.
30 is exactly what was needed. Only Xerxes could have gotten this. Expertise, Matt. Okay, yeah. What's up with it?
You have to pull out your very special lenses, the ones that kind of like magnify very deeply into the actual like directly into the handle of both the weapons. Where you see, along with like the markings like where people put their hands, the very bare traces of where you can see people left their fingertips. You see the tiniest little switch, hardly even detectable by the human eye. But that's not all you see. You can get a little closer than that. And pulling up on the switch a bit to kind of investigate deeper, you can see very specific runes written into the sides of the switch itself and going into the handle of the blade. For now, from what you can see and what you're noticing, this seems to have gone entirely non-magical.
Mhm.
Almost as if its first use, it was its only use. It had its one moment, and that localized energy couldn't be sustained for long periods of time inside the blade. Yeah.
Hmm.
You can't really detect exactly the specific types of magic, and some of the runes are actually unnatural to you. Not only there's certain types of abjuration runes embedded into the switch itself and into the handle, but there's also types of magical runes and things you haven't seen before. Almost primal, close to primordial in nature, but maybe older.
Xerxes would of course like record anything she found in there, like on there, and copy down the runes. For the abjurative stuff, does it seem like what it would prevent it from being detected or dispelled or something like that? The initial pulse of magic? Or would render it immune to the effects of if the target had some innate protection of some kind that it could bypass? Does it like
uh,
yeah, answer those questions. I have more questions.
let me go one by one. It seems the abjuration runes are very similar to that of familiar to that of, let's say, a counterspell.
Mhm.
Which would almost, instead of taking out spell effects or other like natural effects on the body, it would, I guess, not even counterspell. It's like directly like anti-magic, which is something you've worked with not recently, but um to a point where it, it cancels out magic, but that's not its main purpose. It's almost like it's amplifying a greater source of this cancellation.
Mhm. Okay. And does it seem significant that those runes in particular are on the handle rather than the blade?
No, it seems that they're all on the handle just for the sake of uh, being able to activate the blade itself.
Uh-huh. Can Xerxes try and take apart whatever mechanism is like with this switch and whatnot
Of
and
course you can.
see further in?
Yeah, actually fairly easy now that you've kind of looked into it a bit to pull out the switch. You could probably even, as you're like pulling at the blade itself, you could probably take apart this handle with enough effort
Okay.
entirely and look at the entire inner mechanism inside.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Awesome. You do so. And as you pull it apart, Xerxes, this is probably one of the most incredible works of technology you've ever seen.
Xerxes calls Ursats over to look at it with her.
Ursa's like kind of puts his face a little too close to where you can't see anything. Like, oh my god, looking it over. But yeah, you can both kind of admire it. The runes are so expertly placed all around, just specifically the openings of the handle where you are able to open it from. Just all surrounding every outline of this piece, all in this super particular order of the different abjuration runes to these ancient primordial runes as well that you again you don't exactly recognize the full extent of. Um, yeah, it seems the switch itself is not only the switch itself, though it is kind of extended out, not a lot is inside the handle. There's not a lot of mechanisms itself inside the handle. except for just these layers and lines of runes. Uh, it's really interesting. Uh, there are a bit more kind of the stuff that connects over to the blade. It's this set of wires to a sort that are completely clear, empty. Maybe something pulses through it when the switch is initially pressed. Um, it all interconnects to make this blade do whatever it did.
Mhm. What metal is the blade made out of?
It is regular steel.
Hmm. Is there a way you think for Xerxes to try and like charge a pulse through those two wires connecting to the blade?
You could try. Sure.
She tried that carefully.
You could try that carefully. And you can do exactly that. It seems. Yeah, you could do that. Let me think about this. Um, do you unflip the switch?
What position is it in right now?
It is currently up.
What was the position when she first started investigating them?
Also up. You assume that they were flipped and
Mhm.
then weren't touched again.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. I think she'll flip it back into the down position and then try,
Okay.
and then we'll see what happens, and then we'll try it again in the up position.
Okay.
If she's got goggles, she's got them on right now.
So you're pulsing electricity through the wires.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you kind of pull towards the switch itself and pulse the electricity from there, from the what would push through, you watch the wires kind of fill with this electricity. Like it goes through the surface of the wires themselves, which are actually fairly sturdy, out of a kind of strange material. But you watch just from touch on the surface of the wires, they fill entirely. Almost like whatever all this magic did, it kind of maybe created something and input it into the blade.
Hmm. And that's when it's in the down position?
Mhm.
I feel like I'm gonna flip it up and it's gonna charge a pulse through it or something. I mean, I can't imagine it would explode or something because, right, like we saw, like we didn't see there. I guess we saw Gray use what can be assumed to be something similar, and the others, and then enemy scene. And it seemed like a seamless enough process that I imagine.
Mhm. I mean, you can assume. whatever you'd like.
Unless the abjurative stuff is to stop it from exploding on itself. I think Xerxes is going to take this particular experiment outside and try and like figure out some way to flip the switch from a distance. Would like
Okay.
get some
Air
larger.
thoughts? No, sorry.
No.
No.
Shoot it.
No. I would imagine she would just use some larger gauged wire than something for like copper wiring, like an armature type of wire almost, and have it like one end hook around the switch, and then the other one's leading to like a loop at the end and then another one that's separate, so it's at 2 different angles. So then she can just stand far away and tilt it, and then it would flip the switch, something like that. I imagine there's
that's easy
some blown up lot somewhere in Kremlis. You wouldn't believe it, but
enough. Yeah, this is easy enough.
Mhm.
Yeah, you pull the switch.
yeah, she pulls the switch.
Okay.
If
Oh,
Xerxes is like going like out of the house to do whatever, I think Seal is following us 'cause it's fun. Fun to watch. What if something happens?
how far of a distance are you from the mechanism?
I would imagine she's a few meters and would have like the blade pointed so that it's away from her, specifically would be like perpendicular to her, so neither end is like facing
Mhm.
her.
Okay. Trying to think of. Okay.
They're trying to think of how to make it explode and kill you.
No, no. You pull the switch. It goes up. And Xerxes, from that distance of where you're standing, I assume it's still the handle itself is still open.
Uh
It could not be. That's fine.
I mean, I imagine she wouldn't really have the time to like put it all back together.
Okay.
For this little whatever.
In that case, you watch as you flip the switch, slowly, one by one, and then quickly picking up in pace. All of these runes start to like glow in this spiral of the handle. In this like kind of like skipping a line every now and then going back, and this massive glow within the handle itself as you see the electricity that is caught up within these wires turns purple. Almost as if it is changing. I don't even know how to exactly describe this. Changing the internal chemistry of whatever was inside of these 2
Mhm.
wires. And the moment it does, you watch it flow into the blade, and the blade glows purple. A very familiar purple. This one, same one
Uh-huh.
from Grace.
And it remains flowing purple
Yep. For about a minute.
for about a minute. Can she have tried to copy down whatever were like did glyphs appear? Was it the same glyphs lighting up that she had examined
Yeah.
before? Yeah. Did
Yep,
all
the
of
same
them
ones.
light up? And was it like in a specific sequence or something?
They did all light up, and it wasn't a specific sequence. You saw some of the lines of these same runes get skipped over and then come back to.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
it's incredible to watch. You have watched something change to another thing in front of your eyes.
Mhm.
Like this is like advanced transmutation magic.
Why was Germa here?
Transmutation magic.
Transmutation magic.
um,
Does anyone in
Sorry about
Amara
that.
specialize in transmutation?
I think
Any
one of the
apprentices?
apprentices.
Which one?
Rhythma.
Yeah,
Well, I
Rhythma's
like
really, really good at transmutation magic.
it's transgender
But I like
magic.
Rhythma.
I think
So
I
whatever.
Xerxes doesn't like any of them. I think Xerxes, like, while fiddling around with it, like, would have noticed Seal and kind of half-heartedly scolded him, but was, like, too caught up in the science of the thing to really wave him away, and would hand him her camera and be like, "Can you take some pictures while I poke around at these?"
How? Yeah. What do I press?
Okay. I've already... You see her, she, like, fiddles with it a bit. Okay, I've got it focused correctly. Don't touch this dial or this dial or this button.
Okay.
Hold it up. Look through this viewport here. Make sure you're aiming directly at what is happening. And then you press this button once. That is all. Do not hold it, just press it.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you every time I want the photo taken. And I imagine Xerxes is like doing like God knows what with it, but it's like, like every once in a while, like telling Seal, like, okay, now press it now.
Mhm.
She always looks over like.
You can get a few
Roll a
pictures.
performance check.
Give like a thumbs up after each one.
Very hesitant, confused thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can take a few pictures together.
Doing science.
Doing
Doing science.
science.
Trying to think what else. I think she would also like examine the other weapons, of course, and see if there's anything different going on with them. I imagine it's the same,
They are identical.
identical. Yeah. Okay. What else
And
is
then what's
important?
going on with the stone?
Oh yeah. What's what is going on with the stone as well?
Would it be possible? I don't know if uh I'm able to like help Xerxes and give her advantage on the stone roll.
If you can give me a way that you're helping, then I will let you help.
I mean, he
Taking
saw
pictures
them.
and stuff as like assistance. He watched the whatever was happening with the weapons before.
He saw them be used by the people and
Mhm.
like the how they used them and what exactly the effects of it was.
Mhm.
I'll let you be the science buddy. You can seriously can have advantage on the roll.
Yay!
Okay, here we go.
It's investigation again, I assume.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, already a good roll. First one.
Ooh. Oh, you should add guidance again, also.
It's true.
So true. Is that the same? No. Is that a 10? That's a 10. So
Only
not
a
as good.
21.
Only a only a 21.
Well,
I
Only a
asked
21.
I
Well,
asked roll higher than a 10 and she rolled a 10 and that's honestly enough for
Yeah.
me. Just a 1 on the guidance. It's fine. It's fine.
29. That's how old Baxter is.
Okay. So,
So,
the stone is weird.
What?
From first glance, looking at it, it's not like covered
Mhm.
in runes by any sort. It has like the main one on the front that I guess I assume people by now would know that it says glory, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
if you don't, then I'm sorry. uh, but just from like an outside look of the stone, it doesn't look like there's anything different about it. You almost feel like whatever has been done to it has been done to the inside, and then it was like wrapped up. And the rock is just a resemblance of that.
That would make sense.
Does it
maybe
sound hollow?
Smash it.
You can knock on it. It sounds more hollow than other stones do.
If she like tilts it, does it sound like there's anything rattling in there?
No.
No. Thinking, what could she do?
Need your X-ray goggles.
Yeah, soon. If you put enough problems like this in front of me, I will figure it out.
Sheriff is on the case, guys.
Mhm. Trying to think. It just seems like a regular, basic gray stone, capital S stone.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, it it's really interesting how this like could have been made. It's the rock looks really normal. Like it
Mhm.
looks it. This is a rock.
Mhm.
Do the stones do they all look like basically exactly the same between like the stone that was used to summon the dragon and then the two that the guys used in the last fight and then like this one, like the intact one that I grabbed?
Uh,
Do they all look like the exact same stone or do they
no,
just look like random stones like that were like
they
actually out in nature?
they don't look identical. They look definitely like they were shaped specifically so you could write, their glory symbol on it. And
Yeah. But
uh,
they look like they were different stones.
yeah,
Um,
I'll say with your 29, I can't give you
mhm.
everything because it's not the highest DC, but uh,
You have to put a 30?
I was literally thinking it's probably also a 30.
it's tough stuff.
You bitch.
Maybe the idea of it being a random stone is wrong. Maybe you've seen a lot of like magic. Maybe someone molded rock.
I was literally about to say, like, we have like the transmutation wonder sitting over there. I'm sure.
Literally something that could change chemical property.
Mhm.
Okay, well that's what I was thinking with like do they all look like exactly the same? Cuz if it was like just like made
Okay, if
completely, then why
what
would it
I
have like random differences?
if for example someone were using like mold rock on her shape or whatever the spell is called, do I
Mhm.
see like any grooves on it that would maybe lend themselves to like, oh, this was something that was held and shaped in a humanoid hand, or like maybe the slightest impression of like fingertips or something?
Sure, yeah. It is. There are slight, tiny indentations that could maybe resemble, maybe not made in a human hand, but to show that
Mm-hmm.
it's been molded a little bit by touch. You can see like
Yeah.
little tiny formulations where like that
Mm-hmm.
that seems really particular.
Yeah. Interesting. Like all the stuff I'm thinking out, I know. Not child labor. Um, I'm like, oh, I wonder if it floats in water, but like, how could that be important to this? Uh,
That you could test it just for fun. Does it float in water?
does it float in a glass of water?
Does it? That's such a good question.
Do you want me to
No,
calculate the
probably
buoyant force?
it probably wouldn't. It would probably sink.
Okay. Um,
They love to make little rocks all day.
does it
It's
sound
interesting.
like? I already did sound like. It didn't sound like anything was going on in there. I think also Xerxes would see all of the like glyphs and stuff and symbols in the primordial that's older than primordial whatnot that she had recorded and ask him if any of it seemed familiar.
Mm-mm.
The primordial from what?
From when she was looking at the weapons.
Um the only one that Seal has like seen before is the glory one on the Essence of the Feywild box,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so he would
nothing else. None of the runes on the
yeah,
the
so he would
weapons look
just say
familiar.
that.
Okay. Like the only stuff I can think of her doing, I wouldn't want to try with this because I don't want to burst it open,
Mhm.
Open a rift.
open a rift. Did Xerxes recognize those insects at all and could have like placed them to a yeah, that's what plane that thing came from. That's what plane this rift is gonna open up to if we're to use it in the future, kind of thing.
Um, hmm. Roll me a nature Nature check. Sure.
Okay.
We should just like go to the Anamora Tower and be like, "Hey guys, we recovered this from some corpses. Um,
Uh,
this is a
you would
controlled environment."
you would recognize those things as probably things from the Fate art. Though Umber Hulks aren't entirely uncommon elsewhere as well.
Mhm.
They can be found in deep cave systems under the earth, which is commonly referred to as the Underdark.
Mhm.
Places like that, which matches. Specifically, those were a variants you hadn't really ever heard of or seen much of before. Their shells were a bit darker than what you would normally see of like these like bronze shelled
Mhm.
creatures in the Underdark.
Interesting. How peculiar. Everything in the world and in my life is peculiar. I think that's all I can do, unless anyone else in the audience has a bright idea they'd like me to try.
Have you tried licking it?
She's not that kind of geologist. Well, I think the only thing I could think of from this point, not in regards to the rock, I guess she's just gonna pocket that, and it's a surprise tool that might fuck us over later. But would be, I'm sure she's got like, she has so many chemicals and glass shit on her. She probably has something to keep that safe and secure. Does Xerxes think she can, perhaps in the future use the runes she got from those weapons in future projects, or like the parts of the taken apart weapons?
You can't imagine how you would.
Mm-hmm.
Not at the moment, but you could definitely try. Uh, you just don't entirely understand what they all do.
Mm-hmm. Girl is always trying. Um, I mean, I imagine she could put the swords and the weaponry back together, having charged them, and just turned them off. Right?
Yeah.
And when she flips the switch again, they're still active, or does that fade away?
That fades away. One use.
Does that fade away specifically because she flipped the switch, or is it fading away because it was already used however long ago? Even recharging it only recharges it temporarily.
I think I misinterpreted what you said. Do you charge them up and then close them back up again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then if if you could flip the switch and again they would be reactivated.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think Xerxes does have like a little moment of like grumbling under her breath of like, they're smart enough to figure out how to get this to work, but not enough to figure out a way to.
This is crazy.
They don't. They obviously they don't want to, but she's on purpose, right? But
That's so funny.
she's so
Right
caught
there.
up on that first pistol. But they have their reasons. She just can't imagine not wanting to use it again and again and again forever. But well, I think she's done. I've taken up enough time with this.
All right. Is there anything else anyone else would like to do? Been jumping around a lot tonight.
Should probably split the recording. It is
Yeah, for sure.
almost 4 hours.
How about we take a break right now?
Mhm.
And then we'll come back in like 15 minutes.
Well,
Well.
And then we can finish up with whatever we want to finish up on.
mhm.
Ooh,
That good?
terrible. Sure.
Woo! Woo!
Is
I'm
there like
feeling the lack of a nap.
Stopping the recording.